Headphones keep. Happy Halloween. Welcome to ArtCo Drone Solutions Halloween Show. Yes, we've got a special show tonight. We've got a drone giveaway. One lucky winner will win a Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle FPV drone. And one lucky winner could win a box of Enstrom's almond toffee. Oh, enjoy the show. Yeah. Let's welcome my co-host all the way from Muskogee, Oklahoma. The clean-shaven, the effervescent Lloyd Mendenhall. Welcome, Lloyd. Good to see you.
Hello, everyone. Well done, Art. Well done. guess I should, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and come right on in now. There we
Oh, and shut off my silly
Oh.
voice.
There we go. Now we're back to regular me.
Yeah. and my voice is back to the regular me.
I don't notice a difference. Anyway.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, let's welcome all the way from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's the big guy, Mr. Curly, Matt Cundiff.
Mr. Curly. That's I don't have all those voiceover things that you guys play with, but I'm scary enough, I guess.
Welcome to the show. Before we get going, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. We've got Captain Ray Kelly, welcome. Brian TDR Drones, and we've got Warren Akira Show, or some people say Akira Show, but I say Akira Show, which I think the correct way to say it. And we got Mike, GFO Drones and Tech Guy. Robbie RC, hey Robbie, good to see you. Jody, Drone Shots. Alan, Drone Views Media, all the way from Ireland. Steve Mack. And who else? I saw Lake Pilot, Dustin, One Vision Aerial, and
Sam and Rose FPV just popped in there.
Right, good to see you. Rigor Mortis, John Bonenfant, and Grumpy Vlogger, and all right.
Big Water UAV. They just
Oh,
popped in.
Troy, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Oh, we're gonna have a good crowd tonight.
Yeah.
So, all right, Maddie, let's start off with you. How you doing, and where have you been flying lately?
I'm
What have you been flying?
doing all right. It's actually beautiful weather right now in South Florida. Believe it or not, you can actually feel the temperature changing quite drastically. I mean, it's not cold like you guys up north. Cold down here is like 60. Whatever. But I've been flying this guy. Yeah, big old beast.
Wow.
It's
Hey, Troy, thank you very much. I gotta do the. Alrighty, let's do.
What'd you get? Oh,
There we go. We got $5 super chat. Hey, let's get the train going. Yes, let's start a train. Yeah.
what kind? Oh,
Awesome.
That always sounds so wrong when I hear that.
I thought the same thing.
And Alec Martz, all the way from
Money
Greece. All right, Mr. Crowley. Dum, 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 bum. And James, my PI Dream, all the way from the Philippines. We are a worldwide show. Steve Mack, all the way from Canada.
Canada, yeah. We
Yep.
got,
Cool.
I think we got some Irish that drop in every so often, and
Yep.
there's another.
Oh,
another
we got
super chat.
another super chat from Drone Rob.
All right.
All right. Hey, let's get that train going. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much. Oh,
Cool.
Matty. Thank you, Matt.
I wanted to jump on
awesome.
the train. I couldn't help it.
All right, there we go. Keep that train going. Awesome. Love that. And you know what? Those super chats really help so I could give away great prizes where I'm going to give away later in the show, I'm going to be giving away a brand new Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle. So
Sweet.
that's going to be awesome. Okay, Tom. Hey, Tom. Good to see you.
I was gonna get in on that, but I already have one, so I'm gonna stay out of that.
All right.
There's no reason to do it.
You could stay in for the toffee. You could definitely be in. Also, you need to get one of these, Matt. You need to get one of those Insta 360 go-tos, and
yeah, I hear they're pretty good cameras.
They are excellent. Mike, Tex Art Drone Guy. Awesome.
I got to ask you though, Art, have you taken that friggin' filter off that always excludes me from all of your drawings? Did you finally shut that down? Because I know you turn it on every week I come into the show. So just I want full disclosure here. He has a filter that keeps me out of all of his drawings. I don't know why.
Mean.
I know you pick a number, and I still it seems to get one side or the other. He's got a. Yeah. Well,
I have noticed that the numbers on that wheel have been staying in the 30s lately.
Yeah. You know what the number was last week? Number 1.
Was it?
Yeah. No, Robbie, you're a little early. You gotta wait. We're not doing. We're going to do the toffee first, and then a little later we'll do a drawing for the drone. And we've already got a good crowd going right now. We got 23 people. That's pretty good. That's good.
Good start.
Yep. And so, Lloyd, have you been doing any flying lately?
No. No, actually, it's been kind of a hard week on Judy. We went to the doctor yesterday, and of course, we were discussing some of the problems, and he was telling her, this was a progression of the Parkinson's, not just what she had that kept her in the hospital, but her legs have getting to where it's harder and harder for her to walk. And he says, this is
right.
the paralysis. He named off about 4 or 5 things that's causing it, and of course, she has it all, so it's just like it's one of those things. So it's been rough on her this week. She's been down pretty good this week, which means I've been doing a lot of extra. And that takes up all my time, except what time I'm able to spend in here, and I'm still watching her on a monitor even when I'm in here.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But the guys around here is what keeps me going. It's what keeps me sane. Because that's what it's all about. So no, I haven't done any flying this week at all. I keep looking at my drone and keep thinking, man, I'd just step out the front door just for 10 minutes and just, and then something comes up like, oh man, okay, well, besides, I don't want to miss any of my naps either. I've got a lot of naps I got to try to put in during the day too. So, I can't afford to miss those.
Gotta have them.
And Michael Blade, good to see you. Yep,
Art, what about you?
Well, let's see. Last week I was down at the Platte River Trail. Got some really cool video there that I posted early this week. And don't know where we're going this week. We may go back there tomorrow. Who knows? I don't know what the itinerary is with the flight club tomorrow. Yellow Rose Drones, good to see you. Yep.
Hi, Lee. Guys, excited for Spin Up next weekend because I counting down the hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
I won't be there, but I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to watch? You'll be watching it live, right?
I will be. Yeah. Yes, I will be watching it live.
I'm excited.
The nice folks at Enstrom gave me several boxes of these to give away at Spin Up. So that'll be cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's right, Mr. Crowley. 7 more Fridays till Christmas.
That's right. I will say this much. Y'all know Rodney Bell, a lot of you know who Rodney Bell is.
Yeah.
But he's he'll be in Tulsa, Oklahoma tomorrow, and he's spending a few days. He actually grew up in Tulsa. His mother still lives there,
Right.
and so he and I've been contacting back and forth, and I will be meeting up with him with Rodney on Tuesday. So
Awesome.
Cool.
yeah. So he's been planning on coming back to see his mom, but then had the COVID last year and all that stuff, and it just so he came in, and he's got family up here in Oklahoma. So he as a matter of fact, one of his cousins actually graduated high school with my wife.
Oh,
Back in the old days,
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I was fortunate to meet him in Florida for the meetup, and I had an absolute blast hanging out with him.
Rodney
yeah, I met him at Spin Up a couple years ago.
a couple years ago. Yeah.
Where he picked me up. He was my driver. This year Matt's going to be my driver.
Matt's going to be your driver. Well,
yeah,
he'll take care of you
Always.
Mhm.
But I will. Like Ray said, I'll be there in spirit. I'll be there in spirit down at Spin Up. But
You will.
So
Indeed.
and I'll be watching it live. So but that's it. That's all I got to say now.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it will. Hey, since tomorrow is Halloween, keeping in the Halloween spirit, let's talk about candy. What was the worst candy you got?
Well, I can only imagine. I'm going to listen to this conversation because you guys are a lot older than I am. So I'm curious to hear candies that I've never heard of.
Oh, the ones that I didn't like was licorice.
Oh, I hate licorice.
Licorice was number one on my list. I hated getting licorice, and then invariably, and candy corn probably is up there too, but candy corn's it's okay, but it's only good during Halloween. After that,
it's just flavored wax.
Yeah,
Pretty
and that's it.
Yeah,
and
that's why it's got that sheen on it. It's shiny.
Yeah, candy corn has got to be one of those that you can only eat it during Halloween. And I'm trying to think there was another one that came out that now I like those peanut butter molasses things.
Bit of honey?
No. They came in the orange and black wrappers.
Oh, yes. I was just going to talk about that.
Now, I like those, but there were some companies, there was I think Brock's put out the main amount of those, but there was another company and they used molasses, but I think they used like sorghum or something. It's really nasty taste of molasses. And you'd get some years you could tell everybody bought those on sale because those were the ones that were like, oh my God, that's a little strong. But those are my all-time favorite. Unfortunately, my fillings don't like them.
Yeah. How about wax lips?
How
about that wax bottle of pop?
Oh yeah,
I love those
like
things.
the root beer, the little root beer things.
Yeah. Well, that was another one. I like root beer candy, but I think the candy I hated the most is if butterscotch. I'm not a fan of butterscotch. I just can't stand it, and invariably, so I give all that to my mom and say, "Here, Mom, you can have the butterscotch." And
how about Mike and Ike?
Nope, not for
those
me.
were the ones Mike and Ike's were okay. The ones I hated were the ones that had they were put out by the same company, and I think Newborners who made them, and they had a black licorice center and a white.
Yeah, they came in white or pink.
Well, yeah, and they had a white hard shell on them, and they were. God, I hated those too. Yeah.
Oh.
Anything to do with licorice. Now, I like red licorice. I will say I like red licorice.
I don't like any of it. My kids absolutely love it.
Yeah, my wife likes licorice too. It's like, And here's the thing: do you really think you should be eating something whose actual flavoring that they put into it, the liquid flavoring they put into it, is called anise? Makes you. Where do they get the liquid from? That's the actual name of the that's the actual name of the flavoring that goes into licorice. Is called anise.
Mm.
Yeah.
Something to think about. Yeah.
Good and plenties. Good and plenties. Thank you. One
Good
one
and
visionary
plenties,
of good and plenties. I did not like those black licorice good and plenties. Yeah.
Oh boy. What was? Oh, sometimes you get those. What is it? Popcorn balls.
Yeah, like it depended on. Yeah. Usually they were so hard they'd break a tooth. You know. 'Cause
Yeah.
they buy the store bought ones, which were probably made back at Christmas time, and they're reselling them the next year at Halloween. You know, and so they're hard as a rock. You know.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm going to read off a list of the 10 most hated candies. Okay, how about chocolate Skittles?
Yeah. I didn't even know
I
they
didn't
made
either.
chocolate Skittles.
I
No.
didn't either.
Ooh.
Ooh, how about chocolate gummies?
Again. Never knew they
Sour nerds.
made them.
Number
I like
9.
sour. Yeah, I like them.
Number 8. Good and plenty.
There we go. We were just talking about that. Good and plenty. Yeah. Yep.
7. Raisinets.
Ugh. I can't stand raisins. I hate
Yeah,
raisins.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
They look
of
like
grapes as
little
it is.
rabbit turds.
They do, don't they? Yeah. Yeah.
6.
Rabbit turds coated in chocolate.
Bitto honey.
I like Bitto honey. I actually like Bitto honey. I will eat that. That's one of my favorite. Again, my crowns ain't particularly fond of them, but you know, rat turds in a box. I like that. Raisinets, yeah.
Banana flavored candy.
Depends on what it is.
If it's like a toffee or something like that,
That's,
I'd like
that
it.
I'm okay
that,
with.
Yeah, like a saltwater toffee or something. I love it. Or taffy, I should say. not
Jujubes.
No, I never liked jujubes.
Mm.
And a lot of
Candy
people like.
buttons.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my God.
They come on a piece of paper and you peel them off.
They're actually they're actually made out of royal icing, which is a hard drying icing. That's it's basically confectionery sugar, egg whites, and stuff. And it's like the flours. You get those hard flours that like they put on a wedding cake or something, or certain cakes, and they're edible. That's what that is.
That was number 3. Number 2 is Neko Wafers.
Oh yeah, I love those things. I still buy them.
I mean, isn't that what what is it, the Eucharist is?
Yeah, that's right. I wish. If it were those, I'd go more often.
And it says, tasting horrible since 1847.
Yes, and they still make them. Thing is now you got to go to the Dollar Tree to buy them because they're about the only ones that carry them now. They're hard as a rock.
The number 1 hated candy is Whoppers.
I love Whoppers.
I love Whoppers. Who the hell
Not
is there?
me.
Who wrote this list?
The only problem with Whoppers is every now and then you'll get a batch that has a bad one.
Bad one, yeah.
Oh.
It's all shriveled up inside. You bite into it, and it's like it sticks to you. Yeah.
Never made sense why there's always one. But
yeah, and
Whoppers
it's
are
really malted milk balls are good, but Whoppers are a little better quality than say the generic ones by Brock's. Guaranteed, you buy the generic ones, you're going to get at least 1 or 2 of them bad ones in there. So
They're the bootleg melt duds are for the birds.
I like milk duds too, but I'm a thank God I'm not a diabetic because I love candy.
Yeah.
I keep well, you're talking about nerds. I keep a box of nerds, next right there on my nightstand. I reach over.
So does my wife.
Yeah.
I can hear her eating them in the middle of the night.
Judy she'll wake up and say, "What the hell are you eating? What was that?" Because I dumped the box out and he goes, as I rattled. I'm just eating some candy. Can't you eat quieter candy? Yeah, well, I'm out of the toffee stuff, so yeah.
I got pretty good. Who remembers Jawbreakers?
I used to eat those a lot when I was a kid. Now my teeth wouldn't be able to handle them.
No, they're like golf ball size, giant, hard pieces of candy, and you just suck on them all day.
My son Patrick, I went over there a while back. Apparently, he's gotten addicted to Jawbreakers, and he sent me home a whole baggie full of Jawbreakers. He's got like 6 or 7 kinds. Tell you what, I do not remember them friggin' fireballs being that damned hot, though.
Oh yeah, those are killer.
Oh my God!
You remember hot tamales?
Yeah,
that's one of our regulars. I keep them. I keep a box of those around the house. Oh, I love those. I didn't like them as a kid. I did not like them as a kid, but I love cinnamon fire sticks.
I mean,
the original fire sticks that were made in Colorado, the Jolly Ranchers.
Right.
And those were made in, was it Arvada?
Yeah, I believe it.
I
believe it was.
I think it was Arvada.
It was Ward Road, just north of Ralston. Yep.
Yeah. A lot of people know Jolly Rancher candies, but they didn't realize that they were actually made in Colorado. They're made there outside in the suburbs of Denver. The thing was, is you used to be able to go over there and you could buy their seconds, which meant the wrapper kind of stuck or something. And but my dad, it's going to show you how things work. My dad had a problem with whiskey, and the problem was usually when he ran out. So he would tell Mom, "Yeah, I'm going up to the drugstore," which is the Rexall. Well, right next to the drugstore was where the liquor store was at. And so, he went to the drugstore. I didn't know until I was a lot older that going to the drugstore meant he was going to go get him a 5th of whiskey. But whenever he went, he said, "You need anything?" Yeah, get me this. And he'd look and I said, "I want a fire stick." And he'd bring me back. And this Jolly Ranchers are now those little candies, but they made the fire sticks were about 4 or 5 inches long, thin and flat. Man, you could suck on those things for 2 days, as long as you didn't bite into them. I mean, it just, I make them last because I didn't get them very often, but yeah, it was, that was one of my favorites. And then the hot tamales I started developing, I didn't like them as a kid. I didn't like any of that stuff. Mike and Ike's, Good and Plenty, hot tamales, but I do now. I like but the best cinnamon candy is the what the hell's the name of that real expensive jelly bean company?
I don't know, but I want to say hello to Props Off and Jose Mendez Dronuts. And then we got what was that guy from India? Keep Smiling.
Keep Smiling. Yep.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming. And Bill, Uncle Bill, good to see you. Good to see you.
Jelly Bellies?
Jelly Bellies?
Jelly Bellies. That's it. Jelly Bellies. They have the sizzling cinnamon and the regular cinnamon. Both of those is probably the purest tasting cinnamon. I go over and buy them 1.5 pounds at a time.
Man.
Yeah, I had a little trouble coming up with cash the other day to buy them, but I had cash. It's the end of the month, so I have to limit how much candy I buy towards the end of the month. Being retired, I got to wait until Monday to get. But Lemon Heads was One Vision. They actually make a lemon head extra sour. I like the lemon heads, but the real extra sour ones, they make a jawbreaker out of that, and then when you bite into it, once you get through the outer shell, you can bite into it. Boy, that thing will just knock your socks off because it's so sour on the inside. And
I love sour candy. Love it.
All right, here we are. Here's the list of 30 top 30 candies or favorites. Number 30, Mounds.
Nope. I'm good.
Yep.
Ooh, I love mountains. Almond
love the
Joys, 29.
Don't like those either.
28.
the mounds over
Laffy
Almond Joy.
Taffy.
Yep.
Nah, I don't like. 27. Dots. Don't like.
No.
26. Gobstoppers.
Those I like.
I love those. Yeah.
25. Milk Duds.
Yeah. Yeah. I like milk duds.
Malted
I like milk duds.
mothballs, I call them.
No, milk duds have got the caramel in the middle. It's the Whoppers that have the malted milk balls, but milk duds are caramel with chocolate covering.
Oh,
I know
okay.
my candy.
Yep.
Number 24. Tootsie Rolls. Love Tootsie Rolls.
Classic.
Absolutely.
Number
midges. Love the
23. Swedish Fish.
Those are yeah.
Yeah, they're
They're
gummy.
fish. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gummy. I'm not a gummy fan, anyways. Never got
Number
into the gummies.
22. Peppermint Patties.
See, I know all of these, but I don't eat them all. I go through all my kids' candy baskets at the end of the night, and I take what I want out of them, and then I make my own bag with it because I'm my ass ain't walking up to the door. I'm usually walking, pushing my 1-year-old stroller with a beer. I'm good.
Number
Rolls in your
21. Junior Mint.
Junior, yeah,
Yeah.
Judy likes the junior mints, but I'm not a big fan of some of that mint like that.
Yeah.
The thing
All
is,
right,
she gets
number-
peppermint, but I don't like the junior mints, and she does. Next.
Number 20. Smarties.
Absolutely,
I like those.
I love those. Yeah,
Number 19. Candy corn. Number
Didn't even buy this year.
18. Mini Twizzlers. That's a hard no for me.
I don't know.
Twizzlers. It depends on if it's the red or the black Twizzler.
Yeah.
If it's the red, I like it because it's strawberry flavored.
Number 17. Skittles.
Love Skittles. Love Skittles. It's my favorite.
I like them.
I
I'll
got
get them if there's nothing else.
I got Skittles all over my house.
Well, the reason I didn't like them is because in high school, the freshmen would throw them at me.
Yeah, that
Anyway.
shit hurts. That stuff hurts, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Right off the head. Ouch. Number 16. Kit Kat.
Love those too.
Yep.
Yep.
Especially the white though. I like the white chocolate ones. Really good.
They're good. They are good. Yeah, I like the white chocolate ones too.
Number 15. Starburst. I like those. I like them.
Yeah.
You
They're
know,
not
I
my
can,
favorites, but you know.
I can
you know,
only eat Starburst when I have 2 different flavors at the same time.
Yep.
Believe it or not, I
Understand.
cannot eat a single. I have to have one of one flavor, one of the other at the same time, or I
But
won't eat them.
have you ever noticed when you put the lemon and lime together, it does not taste like 7-Up or Sprite?
I have
Don't
a
know
video of me. My kids were doing it, and I had a whole bunch of Starburst, and I opened up all the wrappers, and I freaking stuck the wrappers in my mouth and left the Starburst on the table.
What
I
were
did it
you
by
drinking
accident.
that night?
I wasn't drinking at all. That's the problem.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
I was so paying attention to something else. I took the wrappers and went straight in my mouth, and I started chewing, and then I realized, oh shit, this ain't a Starburst.
Yep.
Number 14. Baby Ruth.
Those I'm not
Yep.
too fond of.
Yeah, I like those.
I like them. Number 13. Milky Way.
Nope,
I
not
like
me.
I like
Not a
the
big
dark
fan of-
chocolate ones.
The
Yes.
dark chocolate. Now I like the dark chocolate. See, Milky Way. Oh yeah, Milky Way. Yeah, I'm thinking of Three Musketeers, which are the puffier ones.
That's
Yeah.
number 12 is Three Musketeer.
I'm not. Judy likes them both. I'm not a big fan of
My
either one of
father
them.
loves those.
Yep.
Baby
me
Ruth
too.
in the pool. Yeah, Baby Ruth got a bad rap over that.
Number 11. Butterfinger.
I love them.
Love them.
Love 'em.
Absolutely love them.
Yep.
Yep.
Number 10, Twix.
Twix are good.
Yeah,
The white
I'm
chocolate ones are good too.
I don't
I like the Kit Kats over Twix.
Yeah,
That's
because
just me.
Twix have a cookie inside.
Yeah.
I'm a separatist.
And they have
I like
caramel
my
in them.
cookies separate, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm a separatist when it comes to candy.
Number 9, Snickers.
Where are they? Where are they? There they are. There they are. Yeah.
Number 8, High Chews.
Who choose?
High Chews.
God bless you.
Yeah, never even heard of those.
I didn't either. Yeah. I think it anyway. Number 7, Nerds.
I'm a fan
Number
of nerds.
6, Nestle's Crunch.
I like those.
Love those.
Yeah,
Those are good.
Yeah.
Number 5, Hershey Kisses.
Too plain for me.
Yeah. I'm not a
Number
not a
4,
fan of milk
Hershey's
chocolate either.
Nuggets. Those
Depends
are
on
good.
Depends on if they're the dark. I love the dark. Anything dark chocolate
Oh,
I like. So
I love
you know.
those too.
The
'Cause
nuggets are
Hershey's
the
Nuggets
crunchy
are
ones?
No, they're the square ones, aren't they?
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
crunchy one though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they do have one.
They make them in about 6 or 7 different varieties.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 is Sour Patch Watermelon.
I love Sour Patch Kids, period.
That's number 2 is Sour Patch Kids.
Yep.
And the
I'm
number
no
1
on the
candy
watermelon
is Reese's,
Reese's
Peanut Butter Cup.
Cups, my favorite.
Yeah. You can't go wrong.
Cold. I like them
Now,
cold. I keep them in the fridge.
Lloyd,
Yes.
you're in Arkansas. Do you say Reese's or Reese's?
No, it's Reese's. I'm in Oklahoma, but I'm next to
Ah,
Arkansas. But
down
it's Reese's.
south, they call them Reese's.
I've
Yeah.
never heard them called that down here.
I
in
didn't either.
Oklahoma.
We've
Reese's.
got a local
Reese's.
conservative talk show host, Mandy Connell, originally from Florida, and she calls them Reese's.
Yeah, that's what I say, Reese's.
Reese's?
Mm-hmm.
It's Reese's.
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 Ah,
Tomato, potato.
I go by the commercial. And
Yes.
That's a good
the
point.
commercial
Mhm.
says Reese's peanut butter cup. So that
Reese's.
is the proper pronunciation. If they start calling them Reese's, then I'll start
That's
calling
a
them
good
Reese's.
point.
But they're paying damn good money to put them
Yeah.
silly ass commercials up there for Halloween. So I'm going to call them
Oh.
Reese's. Reese's.
I want
damn
to
it,
say
I
hello
called it.
to Bob Casey, Rodney Bell, and then we have Lon Denard, who
Lonnie.
shops at Menards, Greg Pittman, and Jim Wallace, alias Mr. Graphics. Matt Bagwell, welcome. Good to see you guys.
Sunrise Water
Good-
Media.
good. Proud.
Yeah.
We got Sunrise Water Media. And we got Jordan Dopp.
Oh, yes, he's of the Flight Club.
Oh, okay, Gary Bauer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is anybody that I haven't heard you say? Well, you said, yeah. Okay, there we go.
Jordan
covered
is the
everyone.
one that has my Autel Evo, and I got
Oh,
his
okay.
smart controller. Which
Oh,
I-
Okay.
Finally
That's a good trade.
updated it. Yeah, because he hasn't updated in such a long time. I had to
Right.
go on YouTube to find out how to do the damn thing. And I got the USB cable hooked up to
Is
my computer.
Isn't that
To use-
isn't that YouTube thing an amazing thing? What I hear
Oh,
all
yeah.
about YouTube all the time, and people are always saying they learn so much.
Oh yeah, I watch it more than I watch TV.
hmm
Oh, I
Same
do.
here.
I guarantee you.
This
I turn the
laptop,
TV on
I'm
for
on
Judy
it.
to watch. Yeah, I turn the TV on for Judy to watch, and she'll say, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm watching YouTube." "Aren't you watching TV?" I said, "No." I said, "I've seen that 100 times. You go ahead and watch it. I'm gonna."
Yep, I've
You
seen
know.
every show 1,000 times, and the news is so freaking depressing. I'd rather just watch YouTube.
hmm
Yeah, I just found out that on our we have the Amazon Fire Stick on our TV, and God, I hate to admit this, but I actually subscribed to Paramount Plus only because there was a couple of shows on there I wanted to watch, and I did want to watch the Star Trek just a little bit. I'm not happy with it, but I found out I can get my local CBS News, my local channel here on that through our Paramount through the Paramount Plus app. Yeah, I didn't know I could
Paramount
do
Plus
that.
is a great channel.
Yep,
I
that's
don't
what
like
I
it.
have.
Great.
I
Yeah.
have the Paramount channel. Yeah.
You know why I decided to go ahead and subscribe to it?
Do
Because
tell.
they discontinued calling themselves CBS Now or whatever. What I want to get anything
Oh
to do
yeah,
with
that's
CBS.
right.
Yeah, good
But
point.
I like a lot of Paramount Paramount movies. You know, there's some good movies that come out, and that's why I got it. You know.
Well, next February, Picard will start up again.
Yeah.
Isn't Yellowstone on Paramount Plus? Yellow? No, is it? I think it is.
I think it is. I think I saw
Yeah,
that.
November 7th starts season 4.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Cool.
It's a great show. If anybody likes the Wild West type killing people.
Oh yeah,
cuss
absolutely.
words and all that crap. It's a pretty graphic show series with Kevin Costner, but I love it. I absolutely love it.
Well, now we know why Alec Baldwin's not on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. It is on Paramount. Yep. Yellowstone.
Yeah, I thought I saw it on there.
Go.
And yeah, it was that whole Baldwin.
We'll talk about that tomorrow on
your show
Place.
tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, a few months back, Sean Oz did a thing about this company where each month you get candies from different places around the world. What was that called? Wasn't that the Yum Yum Bots or something like that? You subscribe to it, and each month you got a box of candy, and it was like, oh, it's from Japan, okay, or oh, hey, it's from Indonesia, and you get to try some of the unique candies from around the world. Now, Russia, they've got some pretty darn good candies. When I used to live in Aurora, Colorado, there was a store that, it was a Ukrainian food store, and they had they had pierogies and all kinds of foods from that region. They had candies there, so I started, buying certain things because I love chocolates, and they're pretty darn good. Yeah. They got this one candy. It kind of tastes like a Kit Kat, but all it is it's one of those. Remember those wafer candies? They're like a couple inches long and about 3/4 of an inch wide, and they had that cream filled.
Yeah.
Well, they had something like that, but it was coated with chocolate. And boy, was it good.
Okay. Yeah, I remember those.
Yep, those were pretty good, and I'll have to Google that.
Is that an old style candy? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think.
Well, yeah, it is. It's probably from back. Yeah.
It was some Yum Yum Bots, monthly snack subscription bots. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Hello, Menendez. Drone ops. There.
Drone drops.
Lloyd has become a ghost.
Yeah, I'm doing my ghostly thing right now. Just yeah. You know, I put these on Greg's show last night and came in. I was wearing my
saw that
A2 flight jacket and stuff, and I was doing this. And I didn't think about doing the fading in and out, but the whole reason I put these on is because during some of his news stuff, I could take a nap.
Yeah. That a boy.
I thought, yeah, I got these. Actually, my son, who's a police officer, these were a set of his safety glasses, and he threw them in my truck here, about 3 years ago. Yeah, I'm going to take them in for Halloween because I couldn't wear these normally because I wear prescription and I can't see much. Well, to be honest with you, I can't see past the length of my arm. That's as far out as I can see without it starting to get blurry. So I wear prescription glasses, but
I'll
yeah,
get there.
but for something like this, it's perfect, And like I said, I can sit there and just kind of chill and
Now, if you
relax.
could get those in polarized,
I am
those would be
so stupid
great
with
fish.
sunglasses. These are all. That's all I wear is Casa del Mar, and these are expensive. Everybody will tell you. People will tell you, why are you paying $260 for sunglasses? Well, I do a lot of fishing and a lot of offshore stuff, and they look cool.
Yeah.
I've been wearing these.
Welcome,
these for years.
Jumby.
Jumby FPV. What's up, buddy? Good to see you in here, bro. Yeah,
welcome
I see
to
him
the
over
show.
at Bot Grinder's channel a lot. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
good.
I know these are safety glasses because he has all of his patrolmen wear them. So, so they must get a discount on them. Let me go back. There we go. Get myself back to get a little life back in me. Okay.
Art, I think you know what I'm gonna do. I am gonna enter into that contest tonight. I have to. Okay, here's what I did. Yeah, hold on. When I was putting a zip tie on this, because their antennas are all, they put them in the goofiest places.
Right.
Okay. So I took the receiver antenna out the back.
Right.
Okay. And when I snipped the zip tie, I accidentally cut the receiver antenna.
Oh, jeez.
So I took the old receiver antenna off of the Tiny Hawk Freestyle 1 that I got from Sam Burns.
Yeah.
And I kind of shrink tubed it in there a little bit. You can see the shrink tube on the actual.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
But the distance isn't very good. I don't get very far, and then I lose reception, and then it just falls out of the sky. So I would, as long as nobody else minds, I don't mind winning another one, so I can actually have a parts one.
Now is Doc Murdoch building you the drone at CL?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. Is it done?
Oh,
yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's done. He'll be giving it to me on Friday. I'll be showing up in Texas. I'm driving from here to Hammond, Louisiana first.
Oh,
I'm gonna meet Johnny at 5 a.m. at his house. So it's gonna take me about 12 hours from where I am to him.
Oh, boy.
And then from there we're all caravanning, following each other, carpooling over. Yeah, did you hear that? Because I didn't. Yeah. I don't even know what I just said.
You said
carpooling.
Carpooling.
I'll have my truck. Johnny will have his truck. Ken Hoffbauer will have his truck, and then Brad Elson and Al Duran in another truck.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
But
awesome.
I'll be in probably around 3 o'clock, I think. Something like that.
Good. Yeah.
And then by the way, Kelly's got dinner set up Friday night at 6 p.m. at Aviator Pizza.
Ooh.
And what time are you coming in?
7:15. I know it's. I'll see what I could do. See if I can.
It's How far is the airport from where we're staying?
I don't know. Let me look.
I'll have to look at that. Hey, hush over there, little child. She's a loud one. That's okay. If I have to leave dinner early, that's fine. That's no big deal. I gave you my word I'd pick you up from the airport, so I'm not going to let you down.
Potty break.
Oh, right.
Potty break.
Robert Mueller.
Yeah, I've got that. That's the drone I have. It's the same. It's the same frame.
The CL1.
Yeah. Yep. And it's got the. That's the Run Cam 2 on the front.
Cool.
What the hell? Yeah.
The Nano too.
So,
Yeah, it's the Bardwell version.
Okay,
Ah.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
the Bardwell version. So yeah.
now
And,
where's the thing going at?
The hotel? The what?
Yeah.
Oh, Cedar Park.
Oh, is that the area where?
Yes, that's where we're all staying in the hotels and.
All right, I'm trying to figure out where it is compared to the airport.
Why have I got my battery on like that? What the hell was I thinking?
Yeah, it's north of. It's north of downtown.
Yeah. Okay. What size of batteries are you going to run in it, Matt?
I will be running 5S,
5S. Yeah.
1300 milliamp, and probably 4S 2200s, maybe. It depends.
Yeah.
I'm only running 3S 2200 milliamps on this 7-inch right now, but it's very light.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I have a GoPro mount on the front, and then I'm going to put a GoPro mount on that CL1 as well.
Right. I'm running 4S 1300 milliamp 120C on that one. So
Yep. It's going to be a ripper, man. I'm excited to fly it. He hasn't, I don't know if he's flown it yet. He was supposed to tune it. I'm going to end up messing with the rates a little bit when I get, but I'll be flying it at spin up probably Friday before dinner.
I had mine built and had them tune it and everything for me. So
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Doc's going to do it for me. Plus, I'm going to have him tune this one as well because I don't like the tuning on it. This was actually, I won a set of Diatone motors on Facebook from the Diatone Facebook group. And my buddy that lives down the street from me builds them, and he wanted those motors. So he built this for me in exchange for those motors.
Oh, wow.
That's it. And he had all this stuff laying around his house, all or except the flight controller. I had to buy the flight controller. But yeah, it worked out well, but it's very floaty and it's light. So I'm going to have Doc tune it. I'm going to have him fly it a little, see how he feels about it. He's really good with that stuff. Very good.
He is good with that stuff. Yeah. He's just a nice guy. I called him up there and talked to him the other night because, Greg's normal co-host. I got to tell you guys this. I don't know if you guys listened to Greg's show last night and got any of what I was talking about, but Greg calls me up like, Thursday, I guess, Wednesday or Thursday. And he says, he'd been telling me, he said, I'm needing a guest co-host. John can't make it, so I need a guest co-host. I said, well, all right. He said, I know you can do if we can't get anybody else, but I said, yeah, okay, thanks, I think. But anyways, so he turns around and he says, I got an idea. How about Doc Murdoch? I said, well, yeah. He says, I'm going to send him an email. Now, he's telling me all this as he's typing the email. Hey, Doc, I need a co-host. He says, I want a co-host that can bring some intelligence to the conversation. He says, now, Lloyd, he brings color, but I would really like to have you. And I go, really? I gave him the one-fingered salute, called him a few names. Really? Yeah, exactly. I said, and he does it in front of me, and he's just laughing his ass off. Like, really? I said, I'm sure that would talk about a backhanded. I'm not sure if it's a backhanded compliment or backhanded insult. And unfortunately, Doc was working on his new house and was staying down in the valley, and he wasn't getting back until late, so he couldn't do it. So he ends up getting Gary from Brant Aerials.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Yeah,
and we had a ball because me and Gary had fun because, he may not have got his intelligence, but he got the two of us, and we can, I was having a ball sitting back there insulting everybody, from the back. That's what he gets,
I guess I don't bring intelligence.
Well, apparently, I don't think he even thought about you, come to think of it.
Yeah. At least I could bring some humor.
Rodney said, Rodney, I thought you met him in Florida. Both of you were here.
I met him at the spin up in 19.
No, Rodney meeting Doc.
Oh, yes.
They were both in Florida.
Yep.
So
Really?
yeah,
So,
they were
okay.
here at the same time. I don't know. There was a lot of
Yeah.
that going on, or somebody said to
I
somebody,
think there's
"Can't
a
wait to
lot
meet you." And
Right. And yeah. Well, Rodney and I, but yeah, Doc Murdoch he's that's why I've got that drone right there, because he took me on a ride with his goggles, and we went around up here by my house here and flew up there, and just I was, I didn't get dizzy or anything, I just stood there and I was like, yeah, all right, of course I'm turning my head trying to keep track of where the drone was, but it was all in the goggles. I didn't have to turn my head, but you do that, yeah. That's probably why people get dizzy the first time around, because they're spinning their head around doing this, and yeah, that was so yeah. And then Doc and I talked several times about drones, and he helped me find the goggles that I got. He helped me find, he suggested controllers and my radio and stuff like that. So yeah, so that was and then when I was getting ready to order this, he went to the mountains for a while, was out of touch for like 2 weeks. I said, okay, he's ghosting me now. I just know he is. That's just okay. I'm annoying. All right. So I went ahead and decided I'll let them pay. I'll pay the extra little bit of money. And as I said, I got the nicest letter from the guy that built it and tuned it for me.
Cool.
And he also now comes into my shows.
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah, he and my mind has gone blank, but I'm old, so my mind's blank most time anyways.
I can tune with the rates. What I don't know how to do is the PID tuning.
Yeah.
I do not know how to do that. I've only been
Me
flying
neither.
for a couple months now. So yeah, like
Yeah,
two and a half months. It's a lot.
Well, I went through an absolute nightmare trying to get the Tiny Hawk 1 to mix, because I got, you buy the Tyrannus, you think, okay, if the Tyrannus 7 is great, the 9 must be better, What they don't tell you is there's two different types of systems. They use, one uses access, one uses the, whatever the one's on the 7. But the 9 uses the access. So then you got to go in, and so I had to buy a module. Well, then this came with, I actually had, so I learned about Betaflight the hard way, trying to set up my radios, and I had to go in. I actually had to set to fly with the, with this particular receiver, or this particular drone, the 5-inch. I actually had to go in and set my setting up as a Spectrum rather than as a
FR Sky.
Free Sky. Yeah, FR Sky.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and it's just something about the tuning of it that's Spectrum DX8. I wouldn't have had any problem. It probably would have bound right up,
Yep.
Although it's a free Sky receiver, because that's what I ordered. And that's besides that's,
you're talking about the difference between D8, D16, and Access. Those are actually they're not bindable.
Right.
Doc bought the receiver for my 5-inch, and it happened to be Access. They don't tell you, so you actually just have to find out. And if it's Access, it won't bind to a D8 radio. So what you have to do is you have to flash the firmware on the receiver to match the D8 off the radio.
Yeah, especially if you're on the Access, ACCST, right? Thank you, Uncle Bill. That's right. And mine is I have the X9 Lite, not the. Well, I don't have the one that looks like a game controller. I have the regular, Tyrannus.
I use all jumper stuff. I have a jump. This is the jumper T Lite.
Right.
And then I have the jumper T12 Pro, which is the little guy that's kind of like like the smaller version of the T16. Yes, it's a good radio.
I thought very seriously about buying one of those, but I got a good deal. But then I had to turn around and buy the module so I could, go with the D8.
I'm actually selling this if anybody needs a radio. Because I have it. It's brand new. I don't use it. It's the jumper T12 Pro, OpenTX, got the module bay on the back.
Right.
And it's a great radio, but I used it one time and I would rather have had the gamepad, and I'm not a gamer,
Right.
so it was different for me. But this little jumper T light I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
Hey,
jumpers.
Ken, place it here in Carolina Air Shots.
You got a
Good to
few
see
people
ya.
that popped in. Crystal Justice popped in. My
Crystal Justice.
wow.
Yep.
Mark Fisher, EM1 Drone is in.
Yep. Mark Fisher, good to see you. Good.
I haven't checked out Crystal Justice channel in a long time. It's she was one of the earlier people I started following when I got into drones, and I started out following all sorts of different people, and I've migrated to this crowd that we're with now is the one I usually end up following. And but I started out down a different path. I was following the FPV people like crazy.
You got some FPV people in this chat right now, Art.
Oh, I know.
Everybody wants that Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, too bad it's coming over here. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Ray Kelly, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, Ray. And Borked. Yeah.
Borked.
Captain Ray has been here for like a half an hour. Art, what the hell's wrong with you?
Oh.
He has indeed.
Yeah, and I said hello to him just because you hadn't. So that's just
okay.
Yeah.
You see what James wrote?
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah.
Is she that loud?
Is
she
got to run? It's dinner time. We'll have something for me, Rodney.
Right.
What are you having for supper, Rodney? I might have to get that myself.
Give me 2 minutes, Art, because I got to lay her down real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, you can come back just in time for the drawing for the toffee in 2 more minutes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. See, now, will you have candy for the little heathens that come around knocking on your door and stuff? Will you put out candy?
I live in an apartment.
That doesn't mean. Don't you have a front door to your house?
I do, but we don't get trick or treaters here. I've been here 7 years and never had any trick or treater.
I shut out all my lights and put up a big sign that said, "Don't knock or I'll shoot." Kept them from coming to my house because why should I buy candy for them? I like candy. Hell, the secret is homemade tacos. Oh, Rodney. Oh my God. Now I'm hungry for tacos.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds good. Yeah, it does.
I had the best French dip for dinner tonight. Oh God, it was good.
Oh man.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize she was so loud.
It wasn't bothering me.
She only does that when I go live. Everybody that knows me knows that my daughter only talks when I'm on a live stream. When I'm not, she's quiet as a mouse.
How old is she?
She'll be 2 in February.
Ah, there you go.
Cool. Alrighty, it is about that time.
I got it.
For toffee giveaway.
Yes, it has been quite a while, Crystal. It has been. And I apologize for not checking your channel either. So.
I watch
Pick
her
a number
on,
between 1 and 75 tonight.
I watch her over on MD9. What's his channel? MD9 STI or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
This one's for toffee.
Yes, it is. The Enstrom's almond toffee.
You got it right, Art. You make them wait until the end of the show for the tiny hawk.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because then they all leave.
Exactly.
Yep.
Place it here. You're 1 through 75. You are a smart ath.
Place here. 1
And
through
pick
75.
only one number, please.
Don't one number, guys. Ray,
Yeah,
there
one
goes
number.
Ray again. Ray's picking multiple numbers again.
Ray. Come on, Ray. Calm down.
I already got
right.
22. Nice try. We'll see how it works out.
Watch.
Yes, I did, Jose. I shipped that out already. You should have it today.
Not today. It should be Monday.
Monday.
Depending on. Depending on the postal service where they're at, what they decide to do.
Yeah, right.
That Powerball, that's it. Yeah.
I think he lives in New Jersey.
Mhm.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
Well, Kenny, I think he goes with the closest number to it.
He does, yeah. But
You know.
you got quite a few people in the chat, so somebody should probably get it.
Yeah. I am hearing wind chimes.
That would be my Ring doorbell.
Oh, okay.
Somebody,
Well, that's
somebody walking through by my front door, which is actually my wife.
And that's what I kept doing. I was looking back and I forgot mine's not.
How did
Mine's
I?
not.
Oh, why
What
is
did
it
you do?
Facebook, cool.
wrong one? Let's try that again. Share
Okay.
screen, and there we go. I hit the wrong one. Dang, there we go. Alrighty, we got it. Alrighty, and let's spin that wheel, shall we? Why isn't it?
I pick the same number every week, and I still never get any. Yay! Yeah!
The number is
I won!
22.
Damn
Did
it!
you
That couldn't
really?
have been the Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle, man.
Thank-
Yeah. Wow. I was
Great
just
to
getting
you.
ready to say too. I never get that. I always pick 22 because that's my baseball
Yep.
number, and I never
That's-
win.
That's it right there. He is the winner. Wow.
All right, Matt is the winner. Congratulations, Matt. All right.
I could play. Why can't I play?
Well, yeah,
I
you
know.
can
I know
play.
there's a lag in the between the chat on YouTube and us, but either way, a number's a number, right?
Right. Yeah. No, because I went back and yeah, but we're talking real time, and by the time it gets up there, although the chat pops up quicker than what our voices do. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you are the winner.
You're
'cause
welcome, Jose.
I just went back and checked. So
Hello, the Winnie dudes. Welcome to the show. All right, later on, when James finishes waffles, he should be popping in, and he could tell us all about his pavilion build. Oh, that's coming along pretty good. Have you guys been following
thank
that?
you, Drone Pool. I'm thinking about running it. Now, yeah, I have been following a little bit. I am thinking about running in 24 again. So
Yeah, so he's getting he got the top beam put in today, and through the last video,
the last video.
so
yeah.
he's going to be putting the rafter pieces in pretty soon, and won't be long. He'll be finished.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that. I couldn't help but laugh. That's funny. Oh, ain't it the truth, though?
Oh yeah, I'd be better than the guy we already got now. Like,
Yesterday we went to the doctor for Judy, and our doctor, and of course, I said, he walks in the door, I go, let's go, Brandon. He looks at me, what the hell is that about? So I had to explain it to him. He goes, Then he has a neurologist friend, and they were watching he was watching another doctor there in the hospital that he works at. And he said, he's been watching him, and he says, his cognizant abilities, he says, you can say what you want. He said, but this guy's a neurologist. This is what he does. He checks he watches these people. He says, his cognitive abilities are so bad. He says, he says it's scary. And he says, what's even scarier? He says, the Russians and Chinese and all of their counterparts are watching this, going, yeah. So anyways,
we'll save that for tomorrow.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just I worry because it's just scary that I don't want to be like that. I certainly don't want to be in the public forum when my mind starts getting that bad. Although
well, at least you're not standing around doing this.
I think He was getting ready for Halloween. Come on, give him a break.
I think he was holding 2 ice cream cones.
No, he was getting. That's his impersonation of the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, that's it. And we'll save the rest for tomorrow. Remember to tune into Art's Place tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central Time, 1 o'clock Mountain Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And I don't know, whoever the hell out there in the Pacific, you guys figure your own friggin' time out.
Well, the East Coast is 12 hours different. Where here it's 14 hours different.
No, I mean out in the Pacific time. I told them to figure out their own friggin' time. I ain't got time for it. That's the left, that's the left coast. No offense to all my friends who live in California, Oregon, or Washington.
None.
And welcome, Drone Pool.
Or Idaho. Can't forget Idaho.
Idaho. Boise. Idaho. So anyway, I bought another one of these mounts, and I'm going to be putting that on the Buds 3. Give that a whirl.
How much does that little Insta360 cost that you got on there? How much the camera itself?
It's a little over $300. Yep.
For $199, I can buy the DJI. The DJI Action 1 for like $179,
I got lucky. I bought a GoPro Hero 8 like a month and a half back. Robbie from World Drone Community, I bought his GoPro Hero 8 pretty much brand new, with like 7 batteries, all the straps, the head strap, the shoulder, the one for the chest and everything. And I only paid $200 for it.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So that's the one that's going on my FPV quads.
What do you guys think of that Action 2?
I think it's in trouble right now with the heating up and all. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's got that overheating problem. The size would be perfect. It would replace the Sessions. It would have been great for that. But with the overheating and stuff like that, I don't see that it's going to go anywhere.
Well, from what I've been hearing, that the new the updates for it may take care of that issue.
Yeah,
it should. They're pretty good. DJI is really good with updating and fixing bugs, known bugs. So.
That's true. That's true.
Also, if you want to, take care of that overheating, is just turn off that other that screen. Just tune it down, and it'll use a lot less. That's what I ended up doing with my GoPro 5 and 7, because it was getting pretty hot. So when
you talk about the back-facing screen, the one that faces you, right? Yeah, yeah, because you can shut those screens down, and as long as you've got it turned on, shut the screen on, and get ready to fly. I mean, to me, that makes it. But that's a little pricey. What is the one the Run Cam? Is it the 5? That is the orange one. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Those are a lot of people I know are using them for to replace the Sessions, the GoPro Session. Because to me, the GoPro Session is the perfect size. But yeah.
Yep. Oh, he's talking about a Hubsan Zeno.
Oh yeah.
I see. Well, and the one thing nice about this, it's really lightweight.
That's true.
It'll fit right on this little 3-inch drone, and it takes really good video.
Yeah, I need to think about that. What is that cost there, Art, for that combo? What is it? What do those usually run?
Well, what, the mount? The mount is
no, the
$12.
camera itself.
The camera.
Let me.
I'm interested. That the GoPro Hero 8 is good. It's heavy. Of course, I did the mod where I bought the cable that goes from Type C to the balance lead, so that way I can run my GoPro without the battery in it, which sheds a little bit of weight, but it is heavy. And that little Insta360 camera is pretty cool. It's a great camera, right? I mean, I hear good things about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I
really
wouldn't-
deceptive is you hear Insta360 and you're thinking it's a 360-degree camera, and that one is not.
Yep.
It was
So
332.81 total.
That's not too bad.
And then later on, I went and bought the waterproof mount so I could put it on my little underwater thingamabob.
oh, I was going to say, do you really need a waterproof mount for that on your drone? Because I think you don't want to get your drone near. Yeah, you don't want to get the drone near water. So
yeah.
So
Yeah, so next spring, or if we have some nice weather, and I'll put this on my little thingamabob and get some underwater video. See how that looks.
yeah, you can put on the thing. That's not the whatchamacallit that you built, is it?
No,
That's the thingamabob.
it's a little wooden platform
right.
that has a GoPro mount underneath.
It's the thing.
And
It's
on
the
top,
thingamabob.
it's got.
Yeah.
I
Whatever happened to your whatchamacallit that you were building, or was that you were working on a thingamajig? That's what it was. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. The
I
thing.
want to say hello to Jackrabbit FPV and JSK Enterprise.
It's okay, Maddie. It's all right. You can be confused. I was screwing with art. That's all I was doing.
Also, if you like this programming and you like to leave a little super chat, you could leave a few bucks or a super sticker. Or if Steve would put up my link to my PayPal, you could pay me that way. So that's another neat way to do that. So
Yeah, PayPal didn't take so much either.
yeah, that's true. Oh, and
Yeah.
another neat thing about PayPal is I could buy crypto with it.
Yeah, I noticed that on my app. You can buy crypto with that. I noticed.
Yep.
I was going through the app the other day and I noticed that it said something about buying crypto through there. Pretty cool.
Mhm. Yeah, there's my tip jar. There it
you
is,
go.
my PayPal. Yep.
Pretty cool.
Throw a few bucks in there, and I could buy some more Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. Oh boy, I made a killing on Shiba this week. It went up 77% in one day. Made a killing on that. And then when it started to pull back a little bit, I pulled almost all of it out and put in another coin that was pretty safe. So I know I'm not going to lose it all.
I'll be honest with you. The whole coin thing confuses me a bit. What is it? Just a type of currency? I am not caught up with this stuff at all.
It's about blockchain where you have it's like God, I forgot what it's called, where you go through a protocol for if something meets a certain point, then it goes through, and it's hard to explain. I'd have to. Yeah.
It all started when some Japanese mathematician decided to come up with an idea of making a math formula, which is what creates the blockchain, and then you go through, and that's why these computers, all these high efficient.
Sounds confusing as hell to me.
Have you ever sold Amway?
Yes, it is. It's kind of like that. Yeah.
It's very much. The idea is you get other people on board, and the lower down on the tier they get, and basically, I'll say it on this channel anyways, because it's the shit rolls downhill. Those at the top are going to get all the good toilet paper. Down at the bottom, they're going to get the crap. Coming in late to this game is.
Oh, I'm getting the crap anyway, so I'm good.
Yeah. And so the idea is if you got in early, especially when somebody comes up with a new coin, which is just somebody else found another new formula, and the Chinese are using these supercomputers to what they call Is it data mining? Is that what it's called? No.
No,
Mining.
it's called hash. That's where they mine
Yeah.
for.
Right. And
They go through and they solve mathematical
mining,
problems, and
yeah,
every
yeah.
time it does
Every
that,
time
yeah.
it does it, you got to solve so many mathematical problems inside the data, the chain, and then each time you get so much, it goes bingo. Okay, that's verifiable. You're going to get a penny, or you're going to get a dollar, or you're going to get a blah blah blah, and it comes down to eventually when all the computers fry. Yeah, shared blockchains, computational problems, exactly. And when all the computers fry, if you don't have greenbacks and coin or gold bullion in your hand, well, that stuff ain't going to amount worth shit.
Well,
That's
what you do is
that's from an
you
old
put it on
point of view.
what's called a ledger. It's kind of like a flash drive, only it's encrypted.
Right.
You put all your. It's called a wallet. You
Yes.
put all your information on there, and don't ever lose your password. That way you could get access.
You lose all your money.
Oh, Carolina Airshots, thank you very much. Yeah.
And
Let's
obviously,
keep that train rolling.
I give Art crap about his Bitcoin, but I'm not a fan of it, and he knows that, and we joke about it. And I'm an old fart. I like cash. I don't even keep my money in the bank, okay? But
Yeah.
my
he keeps
my
it under
money-
his mattress, just like every other.
I like cold hard cash too. I don't like banks. I don't like credit cards. I don't do credit cards.
Now I pay my bills online, you know, but I have a set amount of money and it's automatically deducted. I know what it's going to be. I use a spreadsheet to keep track of how much I spend. What's left over after the bills are paid, I get to go to the bank and take out and put, because I don't want the bank loaning money at, say, 2% interest when they're not even paying me 0% interest. So they can't use my money. Screw them, you know. So
good to see you, Mark. Thanks for coming. You have a good day at work or good evening at work.
Later.
Yeah. Anyways, that's me. I'm an old fart and I like using cash. And, you know,
I'm the same way. I'm that same way. I don't do this coin stuff or none of that. It actually confuses the hell out of me.
It does me too. But when in defense of Art, you know, I give Art crap about this, and I know he's doing just don't keep it under the mat. No, I don't keep it under the mattress because
he's got coffee can in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's right above
all of my money.
The refrigerator. Yeah, that's where.
All of my money though is protected. All of my cash is protected by Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson.
Okay. And Ranger.
Yeah. You get past Ranger.
He'll probably lick them to death.
Well, you get past Ranger, then you got to get past Judy, and she will shoot.
Oh.
I actually have to, when I come into the house, I said, Judy, it's me, don't shoot. You know, I don't bury it in the yard anymore because I found out that some of that money doesn't hold up well. You know, when it gets rained out, I didn't have an airtight box to put in, you know.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. I got a buddy, he invests in gold and he's been doing it since, you know, he's retired Navy and he's got a small fortune in gold bullion at his house.
Oh boy.
He's got safes. He invests in gold and guns. So
there you go.
He buys collector's guns and he buys gold bullion. And you know,
well,
so
I got this.
Never spend the rent money.
This transmitter from the late Eric Enstrom. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the guy that does the toffee, he was a flyer.
Yeah, that was his son.
Ah,
his son died about 4
2 months ago.
A few months ago. Yeah, it's been a couple, 2 or 3 months ago. His son.
Yep.
Died.
Oh, that sucks.
He was just shy of 40.
One visionary, you are absolutely right. I keep it right next to the poo powder and Vegemite. That's
there you go. There you
people see that commercial and like poo powder, really?
Yeah.
It's really a thing, you know. I mean, it's a real thing. It's just
Yep.
it's. And I thought that would
And
be
you
a
know what?
great
And
thing.
it's the same stuff that's in adult diapers.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
It's a type of plastic that absorbs
It
water or
absorbs.
liquid.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and it has deodorants in there, so it keeps it.
Yep.
Uh,
I guess I'll figure that out.
it's
You
for
know.
portable toilets, is what it is.
Mm.
And up at our cabin, we have water there, but we don't have all the plumbing put in for the toilet. I have the toilet there, I just don't have it all set up yet. So we're using a portable one. So when we're up at our cabin, you know, but that gets to be kind of, and so
Funky.
yeah. So I found this stuff. And, I mean, we have septic tank and everything there. But I got to go out and dump it. So this stuff I can use, and put it in a bag, tie it up, and you know,
There you go.
bury it in the
There
neighbor's
you go.
yard.
The neighbor's yard.
Yeah, some of those neighbors I don't like, so I wouldn't mind burying it in
There
their
you
yard.
go.
All that stuff would
Yeah,
be
but
great.
why tie it up?
Well, I'm thinking tie it up, and, you know, because you use those black trash bags and you fill that up, you know, let it get, and then put all that stuff in. Can you imagine going down the highway and just flinging at it? Do not do this at home, folks. That's the kind of crap I would have done when I was a kid. Taking a bag of, just tossing it, especially hitting some car up the side of, the car with a bag of crap. Oh God, I was a terrible kid. Okay. I'm a bad influence on the younger people now. Mr. Smith and Wesson, Mr. Ruger, Mr. Tarsh. Yep.
Mr. Savage.
And Mr. Savage. Yep. I have still have my holster on, but I took my gun out and it's in there. But I have a Sky SECY CPX 2. Yeah, CPX2, because CPX1 has a safety. Now, Sky is made there in Florida, by the way.
Mm.
And
Wow.
it's a 9mm. It's just nothing fancy. It's a concealed carry. I mean, it's not fancy at all, but, you know, it'll shoot.
Yep.
That's what I need. Judy's actually got the nicer guns. She's always got the nicer guns, you know. She's got the 380 Auto EZ Smith M&P Smith & Wesson, which is sweet little gun, you know.
Hey, Lon, welcome back.
Anybody watching the World Series?
No.
Yeah.
I figured out why my show was so bad on Monday, Art. The reason everybody came in at the end of the show is because they was watching a friggin' series while my show started.
It's on right. It's on right now, and the Braves. Some kid was they called somebody up, and the kid didn't know he was starting tonight until they got to the field. So it was his major league debut, pitcher.
Oh, awesome.
He got yanked in the top of the first. They pulled him. Yeah, I guess
pretty wild?
He must have been nervous. There's only one out, top of the first, and bases loaded, and they pulled him out. I feel so bad for the kid.
Yeah. Well, you know, did they start playing Wild Thing for him?
Yeah, right. I mean, he didn't do bad. He didn't have wild pitches and whatnot. He just, couldn't
find the strike zone.
Let me tell you something. I've been there before with the minors and college and scouting, because I was drafted out of high school for baseball,
right,
as a pitcher, and I've been there. And the nerves, it'll get to you.
Oh, I can imagine.
They get to you, man. I've been playing. I went to a showcase with Prince Fielder and all them guys, and you're sitting there pitching, and you got 50-something scouts all with radar guns behind the backstop looking at you while you're sitting there pitching, and it's like, holy shit.
What was your fastest you ever pitched?
I was topping out at 98 in my junior year of high school.
Wow.
I got drafted in the 15th round by the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, wow.
And then decided to go to college, full ride scholarship to Broward University for 1 year, and I blew out my elbow and quit.
Oh, man.
Yep. Yeah. Regrets, but it happens.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a high school friend. He actually has a World Series ring.
My buddy that I grew up with has a World Series ring now. Eric Hosmer, who played for first baseman for the Kansas City Royals, now plays for the Padres. I grew up with him. We played Little League baseball together.
Wow.
And he
Well,
got
Brad
drafted.
Havens was with the Dodgers when Kirk Gibson was on that team.
Oh, wow.
So that was a while back.
My buddy was drafted in 2000, I think it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
I think my friend was drafted in 78. Yeah.
I want to say maybe 2012. Maybe 2012. I don't know. He got a $6 million signing bonus. He was the third pick overall.
Wow.
I was looking at what Lon put up there. Says that's fast for me. He topped out at 95. I'm thinking, I was lucky if I could get the ball to the batter's box. I mean, I was too slow for slow pitch. That's just how bad I am.
That's what I did. I did slow pitch softball. Did that for 11 years.
I started
off at second base, and then I got moved up to pitching, and was pretty good.
Did you know originally the overhand pitching wasn't allowed? Originally.
In Major League.
In Major League, we're talking 1800s, it was when it was first starting out. Yeah, they couldn't do. Nobody pitched overhand like that. It wasn't. I was just watching this a week or so ago, and they originally it started out. There was no overhand pitching. It was all underhand. So. But I tell you, the ones I like to watch, the most interesting ones I like to watch on YouTube, is those guys that throw those less than 50, sub 55 or sub 50 mile an hour, and the guys are like
just lobbing.
And they're swinging like.
They swing. They're like swinging for the fences, and they whiff right through it.
Yeah, because it's just kind of floats in there, and I mean, it's going, 40, 45 miles an hour. There's only a few guys that can pitch that slow and accurate at the same time. And it's to me, it's just almost artwork watching how that thing just kind of it's almost like slow motion when you're used to seeing faster than the eye, and then you see this thing kind of floating in there like that, and it's just an impressive thing to watch. And there's only a few people that can throw.
Hey, we got an Aussie in the chat. We've got Trevor Foos. Good to see you, and Chris Hope. So we finally got Hope on the show, or in the chat.
God knows we needed it.
Yeah,
needed help, man. Yeah. Lon said dunking was illegal in basketball at one time too.
Yep,
it was.
Yeah, when I was in high school, it was. We had a guy that was 6'10", and he dunked it once, and he got a technical on that.
Oh wow! Yeah,
we're like, what? Wait a minute, the pros, they do that in the pros. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He just they gave him the ball. He just turned around and jumped up
I played basketball for 2 years, 5th and 6th grade, and you're over in Enid. Okay, cool. Worked was over in Enid. Another Okie, at least he's in Oklahoma. Anyways, but I played for 5th and 6th grade, and my team lost every single game except one. Yeah. I was homesick that day. I kid you not. We lost for 2 years in a row. We lost. The only game we ever won was the one I was sick. Like, okay. So when it came to 7th grade, I said, "Out of hell with that." By then I was getting fat, and I thought, I'll wrestle. I can do that.
See, I'm tall and lanky. I'm 6'4", always tall and very skinny. I never played basketball. I played basketball when I was younger for my church team. Other than that, I was never interested in it. And then I couldn't play football. because they noticed my baseball career was going to start heading somewhere. So my mother always said, "You're not playing football. Not a chance. We don't need you getting hurt."
Yeah.
Yeah. My only sport that I was really in was wrestling. I wrestled in junior high and high school. And then I blew out my knees, and that pretty well said, okay.
Yep.
And, once you blow a knee out, or once your knees start giving you problems, and it just wasn't worth it, So, and
Yep.
now that I'm old, of course, now I will say that's not the only sport, because there is a sport that I participated in. It was not for honorable reasons. Got to play soccer in the fall, baseball all winter, and basketball in the spring. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun when you can play all the sports.
Yeah. I got into bull riding.
Oh boy.
The only reason I did it is because I thought that was a cool way to pick up chicks, because I was kind of a nerdy kid, I had curly hair, and it just didn't fit, But all my buddies, they dared me to start out with. That was the first mistake. I took the dare, and and I thought, oh, cool, that's a great way to meet chicks. What I didn't realize is they did, you had to actually stay on the animal long enough to, I did get a buckle. I got a buckle. 78, I think, is when I got mine. And it was at Tucson Rodeo. And
there you go, Bob.
But yeah, I thought bull riding was a way to meet chicks. But when you fall off those animals and you hurt yourself, well, you're not ready to go out dancing after the rodeo.
You could always hit up the nurses.
Well, yeah, there you go.
What I did is I took a pill and a couple of shots of whiskey, and I went dancing anyways. That's why I walk with a limp now, because I never got my hip fixed after I poured out. I got a couple of pain pills here, and this is the 70s, a couple of pain pills, half a bottle of whiskey, and I was good to go for the rest of the night.
There you go.
You know what? One time I dated a nursing student, but she made my nipples chap.
God.
Oh my God.
I love you, Art. I love you. I swear to God, I'm laughing so hard inside.
At least he saved it to this far into the show. He starts this crap on my show like 30 seconds into the show. Yeah, I was like, really?
Trust me, I'm there. I'm behind the laptop screen going, yeah, I'm going to punch him through the monitor.
It's like, oh my God, Art, yeah. I swear to God, Christmas time, you're getting I'm going to send you a book of the, 1001 one-liners, yeah.
Oh, man, those blind prostitutes, you got to hand it to them.
You got to...
Thank God you're finally doing it on your own damn show instead of just always on mine. Yeah. Yeah, one visionary, he's getting a bag of coal.
Oh, shit, that was a good one. The wife's going to hear that after we're done.
Yeah.
I tell it to Judy, and she just looks at me and says, really? And I said, yeah, he said on my show. She says, does he say this crap on your show? I said, no, he says it on mine. Now I can tell her, yeah, he said it on his show tonight.
Yeah. Mine will do the same thing. She'll look at me like I'm nuts. Same thing when I talk to her about drones. She's like, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Both of those are okay. Those were groaners, but they were good ones. All right. We'll give you the blind prostitute one. I got to admit is
that was a good one.
Yeah. That was a good
clever.
one. Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you get this stuff from? Do you look this stuff up on the internet? I mean, you're spending all day on your computer looking up jokes.
You know what? I think it was earlier this week or late last week. One of the conservative talk shows I listened to, the producer of the show, he asked the host, "Can I tell this joke?" So he wrote it down, and she goes, "I don't know. Let's get a hold of the station manager." And so they called up the station manager, and they got a hold of him, and they said, "Can I tell this joke?" And he goes, sure, why not? So I heard, and I'm like, oh man, that is so flippin' funny.
Did you see what Lon just put up there in the chat?
Droners for.
I saw that. That's why I started laughing because I'm going, oh my God, it just is. You know, I'm really looking forward to James getting through with him damned waffles and getting his ass in here to help save us.
He's probably, he's probably spitting them out.
Yeah.
Nessie's probably saying, what did he say?
Yeah.
James probably has to explain to him.
That's funny. Sickos. Speaking of James, is James coming on tonight?
I hope so. He was in the chat.
He was in the chat. He was in the chat earlier.
Yeah. He needs to give us an update on his project he's got going.
Well, James is a little older. He's one of them. He's an old retired guy, so he may have taken a nap after he had his waffles.
You know what? Speaking of waffles, let's welcome all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. It's James, my PI dream.
Were your ears burning, James?
No, actually, I'm trying to. It's really windy back here today, and I got. I'm trying to. It was windy last time, and you guys were saying, "Oh, we can hear the wind." So I have one of the cushions from one of the seats here up on the side, trying to do block the mic. You'll probably say, "Oh, there's the cushion right there."
Yeah, you can see the cushion. Yeah.
I don't want to put you through the pain of hearing this wind blowing up against this microphone quite so much.
Oh, it can't be any worse than hearing. It can't be any worse than the pain of hearing Art's jokes.
I love the intro today. I love the mask and the background and everything like that. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah,
and Lloyd,
he did good.
And Lloyd, I gotta tell you, I think you're one of the smartest guys I've ever met. I don't care what Greg says.
Thank you.
I gotta tell you, Lloyd. I often when I pop up Greg's video, the recording, because sometimes I miss his live stuff. And if I don't see you there, I kind of I listen to a little bit, and then if you're not there, you have to be quiet about this. I just kind of go off and do the things I need to be doing around here. But you are an asset to his channel, so I hope he appreciates all the hard work that you do on his channel and what you bring to the table.
And that's it. I come in. I'm just I'm there for the shtick. I just got this.
Yeah.
I just do what I do, and it's really fun being on his show and actually not being on camera, but being able to wisecrack behind the scenes. And of course, everybody can see you, but you're not actually on the camera. So I'm sitting there trying to make John crack up or doing stuff to get John to laugh because, and he's going, and so, I have fun doing that. And that's the perfect formula for me right there.
And I think that's why people come to like our channel, sometimes to our channel, and I think that's why people sometimes come to Greg's channel, because you got to get away from the seriousness. Sometimes there's only so much seriousness that you can have inside there. You have to have a balance of information and entertainment. You got to have both of those.
Yeah. And we especially I've been doing it with him for close to 3 years now. Working in the background, and at least 2 years. I know I'm thinking closer to 3, but with John's very technical. He can go on ad nauseum about technicalities and stuff, and I'm sitting there, I'm going. And I've actually got a button that I push that brings up. And it has a little snoring, and I do that, okay, John, you've gone on too long here. Hit the snore button, all right, he's putting me to sleep now, and so, but John couldn't be there, and Gary is just, he and I have been on panels before, and we always have a blast.
Gary's a trip. Gary's a trip, man.
And he was a lot of fun on there last night. It's like, and it really gave me the opportunity because Gary and I are a lot alike in our thinking, especially now that he seems to be retired. Our biggest thing was talking about naps,
Hello, Steelman 58.
Yeah, this is Gerard. He beat me to the punch this morning. I was going to make the announcement, but really, I'm glad he did it because I don't want to steal his thunder. But Gerard flew in. He came in about 10:30 last night into Manila. Flew into Manila from Canada, and then I got some messages from him when he was in Korea at the international airport there. And then he said he was going to be in at 10:30 last night. He's got to do, I think he said, 6 days worth of quarantine up in the hotel up in Manila, and then he has to do 4 days in house here once he gets here. We've already got him set up with an apartment here inside the subdivision, and then actually I'm already archiving some of his build across the street. I've got some of the footage.
Wonderful.
Well, you saw the one with the excavator that had flipped upside down on the back of that. So what I'm doing now, because I want to make sure that I capture everything, because his is a totally different build from anything else in the subdivision because of the dynamics and what's going on with the slope of his lot in the back. So it's basically like building on the side of a mountain is what they're doing for his. And the neighbor next door, his name is Steve. He's also from Ontario in Canada, and they'll be building about, I think, 2 or 3 months. He'll start after Gerard's and V's built over here. So welcome, Gerard. I'm so glad you guys made it in safe. And I know they're going to be doing their vacation up there. Vacation, whatever you can call a vacation, being stuck in your hotel for 6 days. But that's okay. I know he's gone through a lot.
It's a nice hotel.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It is. Yeah. As a matter of fact, one of our
in McCaddy, they've got some nice motels there.
Yeah. So there's some. Manila has some really 5-star class hotels there. I got to tell you, compared to all hotels anywhere around the world, some of the best hotels. So I'm glad he's in. I'm glad they came in safe, and you'll get to meet him personally when we start publishing some of the videos for his build across the street. Like I said, I'm archiving. I got some of the excavation video, and that's where we'll start. We'll start with the excavation because it's a challenge. So we'll talk more about that on the channel. So I'm glad he made it inside safe and sound. He and his wife. That's good.
Cool.
Well, that's great.
Glad they made it. Yeah.
Glad you made it, Gerard.
Yeah, it's been a challenge for him. It's been 2 years in the making because they've been working on his planning for 2 years. They purchased the property about 2 years ago, and they've been working with a couple of different contractors to try to get what they want for a retirement home. So this is going to be interesting. It won't be like the other houses that I covered here already. Won't be like our house that I covered here because it's a little bit unique. There's some complexities involved inside their builds, and it's going to be real interesting. So we'll start doing that probably in about a week. So
awesome.
for our channel here, you talked about the pavilion. You see the pavilion back here behind us, right? And you are only one video behind right now. What you saw, the last video that I think uploaded Friday night your time, Saturday morning here. It is it's my last published one that I actually edited all the way through. The one I have now in the queue that I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you some Advon footage right here of what's going on in the next video that's going to come up. But I'm having a challenge with the amount of time it's taking the roofing contractor to come here and finish you can see, well, you really can't see because you can't see on the top of the pavilion roof right now, but they've got about 80% of it done. About 80%.
I could see some of the roof there. Yeah.
But they weren't able to do the flashing. They had to go back to the warehouse, where their company is. They bent all the flashing yesterday, which was Saturday yesterday. They installed this on Friday. What's in there now? Saturday, they did the flashing at their business. They dropped it off yesterday evening. And they won't be back until Tuesday to finish it. They'll put all the flashing up and the bottom 2 rows of the roofing tile, because we have to lift up what we've already done with the plywood is, slide it under, reattach it, and then go underneath for the PVC on the bottom. So you'll see that when that comes up. But we're almost done with the roof. Once the roof gets done, all that neat fun stuff, for me, what I call the fun stuff that I can start doing, all the electrical and doing the tiling on the bottom and the stonework on the mini bar, the
That's
TV.
Cool.
Oh, it's gonna be so cool. But I don't know if I can show and tell you this. I'm going to try to share something with you.
Okay.
Let me see if I can cue it up. It's actually in my editing on. So let me see if I don't know if it will let me do this. Oh, how do I get out of here? Crap. I just don't understand.
Talk about drone. You guys are talking about drones and building in the Philippines, and I'm having, and the rest of us over here in the chat are having gun discussions. So
there you go. I see that.
I've been checking it out. Yeah.
Art, I'm actually going to jump off and have dinner, buddy, but I will stay in the chats. Okay. So
okay, and be sure to tell Lon that we're going to do the next drawing in about 12 minutes.
You got it.
Yeah,
hey, Matt,
stay in the chat, Matt. You can't win.
Matt, your daughter was driving both of my dogs crazy because the sound coming out of the speakers on the laptop right here, they kept it, and it sounds like sometimes people will walk around our yard and the street outside, and they'll be walking with a baby stroller. And
that's why.
And they go crazy when they hear a child. I don't know what it is, especially Papa and Armel. He goes crazy when he hears children. And they heard, and they were both every time your daughter was.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It was funny. It was really funny. Well, it was good seeing you, Matt.
Yeah, you too, guys. I'll be in the chats, Art.
All right, take care, Matt.
Have a good night, buddy.
Bye bye.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, you're gonna see my editing. You're only gonna see a portion of the screen. It's this. I don't think I can share with you when I go full screen on my editing. So you'll kind of get. I'm gonna share with you. I'm gonna share with you my raw edit right now, and this is the one that I'm working right now, but I can't publish it. So I'm gonna be like 5 or 6 days in between videos because I have to wait for Tuesday here for these guys to finish this up to close out this video. But let me show you where here we go. Let me know when you got this and I'll hit the play button.
All right. How do I make it big? Oh, there we go. Go ahead and play it.
Okay, so here.
Is that you up on the roof?
Yeah, we're getting the drone is coming up right now. Here we go with the drone footage.
Nice.
What do you think of that color?
Yeah.
I like the color, yeah.
Yeah. We were originally going to do it the same color as the house, the tiles, but they were out of stock, and I'm glad they were. I really like this. It's called sage green.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like a sage green, yeah. Because that's the color of roof I have on my cabin up at the lake. About the same color, almost identical color. Because it's red-sided. Yeah, it's red-sided and got the green roof on it. And it's a sage green as well.
Ooh.
First, you'd never catch me up on a roof like that. I mean, I can barely use a step stool without getting a nosebleed, so or getting scared of the height. Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right, there you go. That's you're ahead of everybody else on my channel.
There you go.
Being able to see that. So that's in edit right now. That's I need to close out that video. It's actually about 4 days worth of material there compressed down into about 25 minutes. But I have to wait for them to finish. I thought they were going to finish it all in one day. They were going so fast putting the tiles in because we did such a good job. I worked with the team across the Caribbean Construction workers across the street because, like Lloyd, like you just said, I'm not real big at my age climbing on the top of these tall roofs anymore, and I can't do what these guys do. 365, Gerard, 365 of this weather. 365. You're gonna love it.
Well,
now, James, I got a real quick question on your Phantom 4. Are you still able to charge up your batteries on your?
Yeah, I have no problem with the Phantom 4 with any of the charging. Remember, I got a different controller. I bought a used controller.
Right.
I bought one extra battery. The battery works, the control, but I can't get them to pair anymore. They
okay.
There's a problem.
Did you say you were going to get a smart controller?
Well, that's another story. And I wish Chuck were here because Chuck loves my stories. But the what happened was, and I want to show you. I want to show you what I received. This was incredible, and incredible in a bad way. Let me see if I saved a screenshot of the conversation between me. Yeah, I got to show you. I have to show you this. Now I'm gonna lead this up first. So anyway, I bought the smart controller on Amazon.com through one of their sellers out of China because all DJI stuff come out of China, right?
Right.
But it's all. I thought this was all legit, and it kind of is legit, but something weird happened. So I waited and I waited and I waited. And finally, I got a message from the seller in China. And let me share with you the message and tell me what you think about the context of the wording of what he sent to me. Here, look at this.
Thank you for shopping. Requires additional information to complete your order.
Oh, are you on the same page? No, are you on the same page as me about I'm sorry to disturb you, the reason for contacting you?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So basically what he's telling me, and I don't understand the part where he says the screen is removed from the whole machine, but it looks to me that this was one that was either broken and sent back, and they want to sell this to me because it's advertised on the site. I actually have a screenshot of the other one, but it's advertised as new on Amazon.com. But this looks like to me that this was either a return, a broken one that they refurbished, or something weird. This is so I told the guy. No, I'm not interested. So but the good thing about it is Amazon won't charge your credit card until it's shipped. So so there was one of these kind of hold things, but it wasn't charged. So I I was disappointed. And I told the seller, no, I wouldn't accept and I didn't understand the thing without a screen. What does that mean? The controller without the screen. That's the whole point of buying the smart controller with the integrated screen, the special screen that's the high resolution. So it sounded really fishy to me. Yeah. And I know these companies that have partnerships with Amazon.com because Amazon.com is the biggest seller in the world.
Yeah.
And you cannot get a bad reputation because they will shut you off and you won't be able you can't reach out to that client community anymore. So I was nice to the guy. I replied to him. I said, no, thank you. What I was purchasing was what you advertised was you said new. And it should have been when you advertise on there and you have it, it's in stock. If you don't have it in stock, you should say out of stock. It should show out of stock. But when I purchased it, it was in stock. So I don't know what went on. I don't know if they so.
Well, I found out that smart controller will work with the Phantom 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If I had a smart controller, if I could get a smart controller. But if you go on stock everywhere, if you look on Amazon or even here Lazada, which is our equivalent to Amazon, nobody has them in stock. And just like the guy said, I think right now, because of the pandemic and because of the problems with getting from point A to point B, distribution, all that, I think that does have an impact on why the inventory is so low right now. There's a demand, and they can't get them out to the people right now. I'm seeing that on even with our build right here, all the little hardware pieces that I'm looking to try to finish this thing up. No stock, out of stock. Well, we don't know when it's coming back in, kind of a thing.
Okay. He said it works on the Phantom 4 V2, not the regular.
Yeah, I didn't think it would work with mine because remember, I don't have AccuSync on the original Phantom 4. It wasn't AccuSync; it's Lightbridge.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. And the new controller is AccuSync 2 and AccuSync 3 is what they're running.
Never mind.
So yeah, I didn't think that would work for mine, but I was open to look into it after we finished talking.
Yeah.
Hey, love the hat, by the way, Lloyd. Go Air Force.
Oh yeah, but believe it or not, this is a hat that one of my subscribers, Steve Carpenter, I'm sure you've seen him in the chat. He actually sent this to me, and it's out of clear blue sky, and it's it's my favorite winter hat.
Yeah, I'm proud of that symbol right there, that logo.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, absolutely.
Folks, tell On to wake up, and we're going to start the drawing for the Tiny Hot 2 freestyle in 2 minutes.
Okay, right. In that 2 minutes, I got one more picture to share with you.
Okay,
and you're ahead of everybody else again, like I said on. But you'll see this. You'll see this in the next episode, which will probably be Friday night. This next coming Friday night. So here is what it's looking like on the inside right now, for the roofing. So I wired in the fans. I tested them out. They're all good. I still got to put 3 more of those lights, those low voltage LED lights in for the roofing on that one side. They're all done on the other side. So we're slowly getting there.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
Oh,
so we are slowly getting there. Yeah, I'm really happy with how everything is coming out right now. I'm working in the basement right now doing the form work for the pedestals that go underneath each one of the corner posts.
Cool.
So we'll be getting that. And the tiling should be coming soon. So we're
going to do it just like we did with the toffee. I'm just going to have people pick a number between 1 and 75, and we will do I'll ask you to get going in 1 minute, please.
Oops. So, and everybody in the comment section, I saw you guys earlier saying hi to my PI Dream. Hi to everybody. I was in the middle of cooking waffles at the time when I saw all that.
We put numbers in now, or
yeah, go ahead. Why not?
I gotta log back into YouTube again so I can do that.
Well,
I can't. I don't think I could.
You could do it on your phone.
Michael and I have got the same number. Who got it first? Who put it in first?
Only one number, please, folks.
Yeah.
So what made you go up from 50 to 75 on your wheel of?
Excuse me, because of all the hold on. Because all the response I was getting from the video that I did about the contest, I thought, we might have a really big crowd tonight, and maybe I should do 1 to 75. So
there you go. Well, you actually started out with what, like around 30 or 37?
Yeah, I did get up to about 41 at one time.
Yeah. I told you every week you're growing. Even if you only grow 1 or 2 each week, That's the way it works.
Yeah.
As long as you don't start going down the other direction.
Yeah.
Now, Art, you have to look on your side of it, but who put in that number? But look at mine, because I'm showing that I put it in for Michael, and I don't want to knock him out
Okay.
So
I
whoever
saw.
put it in.
Okay. Grumpy Vlogger. Okay. Ooh, you're right below Michael Blade.
All right, well then let me put in another number then, because I don't want to knock him out of that. So
okay,
let's see. Let me make sure. Make sure nobody's chosen that number.
Alrighty. Well, Lon's not here. Well,
I think I should be good.
you, Lon. It's time to spin that wheel.
Thanks, Maddie. Yeah, that's what I was checking. So that's why I wanted to change my number. Not a problem, Michael. I wouldn't. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. And the lucky winner is number 41.
Bill at Coast Coast Drones is at 42.
Ooh, Uncle Bill is 39.
Yeah, well, Bill at Coast Coast Drones is at Bork is at 42. Let's see who the first one to put in 41 or 42 is. Let's see, 32, 69.
Coast to Coast Drones got 42. Bork got he got it, but Bork got it before him.
Bork got it at 42. Bork's got it at 42. That's the closest, because unless somebody did 40, and I haven't seen 40 yet, but
let me go look on.
Lake Pilot had 40. Oh, he put in 41 after it had already been called. Okay, congrats, number 41.
I think that's it.
And looks like Bork is the closest. He's within one of it, so that's the only one I see.
I'm going.
Drone shots is 22, 24, 54, 69, 32. We get 35, which I changed to 33. 36, 44 is okay.
Yeah, Coast to Coast was right after Bork.
Yes, yeah. Bill was right after Bork. Bork got it at 42. And Coast to Coast.
All right, congratulations, Bork. Just email me your address and I will ship that out. If Steve Mac could put up my my email address, he could email your address to me and I could ship that out to you. Congratulations.
Absolutely, congrats.
So, Bill, Coast to Coast Drones, are you coming or not? Last I heard, you weren't coming.
Yeah, he said he wasn't going to be able to make it, I think, on his show Wednesday night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard that. All right, here you go, Steve. Matt, there's my email address.
Did you see what Bill wrote up there?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Bork.
Yeah.
So, so that storm passed you by, James?
Yeah, we got some rain. We got some rain from that, and we had to make sure we had a bunch of tarps. We had 3 of those big green and red tarps on there, and we had
right.
And unfortunately, the last day that the guys worked on doing the batten on the roof, all they did was take a bunch of pieces of my junk wood that I had left over from cutting the mahogany, and they didn't nail anything down. They just set them on there. So about, I don't know, about 9:30, 10:30 one night, the wind starts blowing like crazy, and I look out of our bedroom window up there, and I see all the tarps they're off, and it just blew all the wood off.
Man.
Oh man.
So you should see what a 64-year-old man at 10:30 at night looks like, crawling on top of a pavilion like this, trying to nail down a bunch of tarp on it. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was hilarious. Now that would have been a video right there.
Well, what was it we were talking about? Oh, let me think. Gary from Brand Heroes came up with this. Oh, I think he called it the napkin cam. It's rather than an action cam. It's for old guys like us that, because we don't need action cams because we're not going to be in the action.
There's not a hell of a lot of action going on.
Right. So we're doing the napkin cam. Right. And that takes pictures. And we figured out if we put this up and do a live stream with the new napkin cam, while we're taking our naps, and we die in the process, die in our sleep, our subscriber count's going to go through the ceiling. It'll go viral right there, Napkin cam for old farts like us. I think that's what you need. So
there you go, Bort. Now you need, if you get the controller for it, the controller I use is the Tyrannus QX7. Yeah.
QX7, yeah.
Yep. And that's what I use to fly this little bad boy.
Yeah. Now, how old is your controller? Because some of the new QX7s are coming up with the access, or coming with access rather than the assist on them.
Oh, it's a couple of years old.
Okay, so you might need to check into that if he doesn't already have one. Make sure you get the right, or get the module to add to it, or
right.
because you've got to have it so it does you can put it in a D8 channel mode. So that's the only problem that I've had.
I'm thinking about getting the Baby Hawk 2 HD.
Oh,
now that's a 3.5 inch, and it's got 20-minute flight time.
Yeah.
It's got the HD camera, and it's just a little bit bigger than this guy. So I can put one of these on there and put my my little action camera on there. And
right.
Boy, okay, so he has the T-Lite. So that should work with that.
Yeah. Let's see, the T-Lite. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Hello, Ben Woods.
Oh, it's the jumper. Okay, yeah. Multiple protocol. So that, as long as it does D8, that shouldn't be. Yeah.
Right. Gotta have that coffee.
There you go.
Let's see.
Well, you got the headphones on, so the dogs can't hear.
No,
welcome, bye.
No, they can't hear. And I do that for another reason, because usually when Chuck's on, Chuck's like playing the Alexa game with me over here, and all my devices start doing. They start going crazy. Everything starts talking back to me around the house.
Yeah, he shouldn't have any problem running that with this. I'm trying to see if it does the D8.
Well, about the Air 2S after that last update, that firmware update that I did on there, everything's working good. It connects really quick now.
Good,
Awesome.
good.
Great.
I haven't had the last couple times that I flew for Gerard's lot over there and for doing what I did. You saw what I just did over here. That all came out pretty good. So no problem with that.
Well, I just did an update on my smart controller, and I hope to be able to do a live stream with my Air 2 tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean while you're flying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the new update takes care of that.
So all I have to do is press the 3 dots, and now they'll give me the different streaming options, where it'll say Facebook, YouTube, and
I did that one time on Greg's show.
right.
He sent me some instructions.
Yeah.
And
the RTMP.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
That number in,
and I did that with the Phantom 4, and that was a long time ago. That was like 2.5 years ago that we did that.
Yeah, and the new, they just added, didn't they just add the RTMP to the smart controller on this last update, Art? Isn't that what it was?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they just added it so you can do the RTMP on the smart controller. So that's good.
Yeah, I updated it last night, Bill.
Okay, cool.
I download. Oh, Mike Roach, good to see you. Oh, he just got back from the football game.
Oh,
go Orangemen.
I was going to say, go ahead, or James. Just give me a second here. I was going to say, now that James is here to fill the gap, I really need to go check on Judy, and I need to get off here. So,
okay.
So I will hang on just a second.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I got to run, guys. So I'll catch you later. Art, great show. James, have fun.
Thank you.
You take over
Thanks
for me.
for coming in.
As always,
tomorrow.
Well, I can't be that much longer either, so maybe this will be an early show for today. All right,
okay.
Lloyd, take care, bud.
Catch you later. All right, bye-bye.
Take care, Lloyd.
Yep. All right, bye.
So what I was about to say was maybe this is a blessing in disguise that I had this issue, this mix up with this smart controller coming, because you guys talked last time that there's a new smart controller that's coming out in the near future. So I think that while my system is working fine with the controller that came with the drone, I think I'm going to go into a holding pattern right now, stay with that as long as I don't have any issues, and wait for that new controller to come out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, even if I wanted the smart controller right now, I can't get it. There's really nobody that has availability around here. I don't even know if I could go direct through DJI, but then if you go direct through DJI, Amazon's got such a great way of doing shipping. They're so embedded in the international community. It takes nothing. I can actually get something in 3 to 4 days from Amazon.com in the Philippines from the United States.
Oh, cool.
But you go to a lot of these other, I can't tell you how many places while we were doing the build back here, while we're still doing the build of the pavilion back here. And I've gone to companies that sell things like Simpson Strong Tie, the hardware that I use for this right here. And I need a few specific pieces of this and that Amazon doesn't have in stock. And I go to customer service and I say, do you ship to the Philippines? Oh, no, we don't ship to the Philippines. But Amazon has they're really good. They're embedded with like UPS and FedEx and these other, they know how to do it. They've mastered the shipping for international.
Right. Cool. But when you come back here to the States, you might be able to get the smart controller here and then take it back with you.
Yeah, well, we're scheduled. We're scheduled for. We've rescheduled. This is our third time rescheduling.
Yeah,
our flight to the U.S. And I think by around next summer, that's when we're hoping to be. We're hoping to be back. I'm hoping by next summer, all these numbers continue to go down, and the restrictions aren't quite as bad. Right now, we could do it right now, but Yeah, you have two things. Going back to the U.S. is easy. We have to have our immunization card that shows that we've been immunized.
Right.
And you have to have the test, the negative swab test within 3 days of your flight over here. That's the way it works. Now going back to the U.S. Now going from the U.S. and coming back up here, I would have to do the same thing that Gerard and V are doing right now. I would have to spend 6 days in a hotel in Manila, and then 4 days self-quarantine here at the house. So I'm hoping that 6 days goes to nothing and maybe a negative swab test or whatever it is by summer of next year. I'm hoping. If not, it's been so long since we've been to the U.S. It's that we'll put up probably whatever inconvenience they have at that point right now. So it'll be over 2 years by then.
Well, I'm waiting for when I don't have to quarantine when I come to the Philippines, because I don't want to use up all my vacation in quarantine, not do anything. Well,
yeah, that's like 10 days. It's like 10 days. And normally people with that vacation, it's like 2 weeks. It's like 14 days. Around 14 days is probably the average. And you don't want to spend 10 days of that in quarantine.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hopefully it starts getting better. I'm sure it will. I just don't know what the magic date is going to be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because I really look forward to coming to the Philippines, visiting you, bring my Air 2, and doing some flying there, get some great video there.
I gotta tell you,
my cameras and all that jazz. And
I gotta tell you, for a drone, this is drone heaven here with all the islands and the beautiful beaches and the waterfalls. If you're into nature and all this kind of thing, this is the place to be. It's like, I think Chuck, once Chuck ever gets an opportunity to come over here, because he's doing things like Europe, because it's a little bit more convenient to fly from New York over to Europe, Scotland, and but over here, once he gets over here, he's going to be like, oh man, I wish I would have come over here a lot sooner. But we're looking forward to do it. We want to do some more traveling. We haven't traveled since the Palawan trip back in like April the year before last. So we really haven't done a trip. But I'm noticing now tourist destinations over here are starting to open back up again. I think most of the people visiting over here are the Filipinos that are visiting the tourist destination right here. But they're starting to open. As a matter of fact, remember last week I didn't give you the link. I gave you the channel name. That was Barry in the PI. Barry it was kind of a weird video, his last video, because he went down to Boracay, and that's one of the that was the place that was one of the number one tourist destination in all of the Philippines. But because it was the number one, it got abused by a lot of the tourists, and it was getting trashed and dirty and everything like that. So they put it off limits for a while. And they started cleaning things up, but it's opened back up now for tourism. And he did this weird video. I always watch Barry's videos. He's just it's like talking with Lloyd, hearing Lloyd's voice, and it's comforting and enjoyable to listen to him talking. Well, Barry's the same way. Barry in the PI. Again, he has like 10 viewers or something. 10 subscribers or 30 subscribers, something like that. But I think once people catch on to him, his subscriber base will pick up. But he did this very odd video that was out of the context of what he normally does, because normally, since we're in the pandemic, he does things around his yard, kind of like what we do around here right now. But he took a 3-day vacation down to Boracay, and he brought his family. It said family and friends in the description. There were a lot of people. He had a lot of people with him that he brought down there. But the video was it was like you take your family photos album and you take just still pictures, lots and lots and lots of still pictures inside there, which is out of the context, because Barry is kind of like me. He likes to talk, and he likes to connect with the people on his channel. Even though they're few, he likes to do that. And he wasn't there. It was like he sent his family there, and it's all these pictures of I didn't see him in one photo or one mini video from the entire trip at Boracay. So I got to write something to him. I got to ask him about what's going. But then I looked. So I told Ness, I said, something's up. This is totally out of, and some of the technology that was used in that video was different from what Barry does. Barry is very basic, and there was some fancy stuff that went on inside there. And I'm like, he didn't do this video. I know he didn't do this video. So I went and I read the description block. And he wrote his, I think it was his nephew or somebody else in the somebody else in the family did all the editing and put everything together. So I'll make a comment to him and ask him. I'm going to ask him, are you sure you went on that trip, or did you just send your family down there? Because they're all in the water and they're doing. It's kind of cool, and I've never seen this before. Normally, you go scuba diving or you go snorkeling. That's really popular over here. But his whole family was under the water with like you remember the old back in the days of the sailboat, the big huge sailboats, and they wear the big giant helmet that's got like the round circle inside there.
Yeah.
Well, they were all wearing a helmet thing that fit over, and it fed air, fresh air into that one space inside it, and the whole family was underneath the water. But Barry wasn't any of those people under maybe Barry can't swim. I don't know. But he wasn't. So I got to find out what's going on with them. But yeah, the tourism is going. And actually, I'm wondering if like now might be the best time to do some of these tourist destinations, because it's probably not nearly as many people. It's like when we went to El Nido and Palawan,
right?
And it was like 2 years ago, when the pandemic started, April of 2020, right? 2020, yeah. And when we did that, it was like nobody there. It's like we had the whole beach to ourselves. We had this tropical paradise. Everything was
awesome.
I'm like, how can that possibly be? Well, we found out later the reason it was like that was because nobody was flying because the pandemic was starting.
Yep. Oh, also when I come over, I'm gonna bring some fishing gear with me. Do a little bit of fishing because my girlfriend, she lives on she's close to the
Mindanao, right? Mindanao. Yeah. There's not a lot. There's fishing that goes on here, but the fishing that goes, it's not like hobby type of fishing here. The fishing that's done here is for a living. It's like Taal Lake. The whole thing is set up with the fish nets and you don't see it's restricted. You don't see people riding around in any kind of recreational boats, or the only boats that go there are those boats that take you from the land. Well, you don't even see that now because you can't go to Taal volcano.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it blew, and it's still off limits. It's still off limits right now. So all there are the fish camps, the fish areas with the nets and everything like that for the professional fishermen over there right there. But there's no.
Now I do know that on some of the islands near bigger cities, they do have recreational fishing boats, charter fishing. So that's starting.
If you do something like that around here, because probably they have that around Batangas City. Because Batangas City will go between there and Mindoro, all that the North China Sea, or South China Sea, and all that's all inside there. There's probably, because they do scuba diving and all that kind of stuff, so there's probably a lot of recreational and hobbyist type of activities when it comes to fishing down in that area. So if you look into that, or before you come over, maybe we can look into it too. Maybe when you come and stay with us, we can all go down and do something like that, because I love fishing too. It's been a long time since I've done that. So that's cool.
I'm kind of thinking about going to Florida right after Christmas because I was able to get a week off from work. All I had, because the floating holiday is on Monday, so I got that day off. And then there's the holiday for New Year's, which is Friday. So I was able to schedule Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. They paid vacation. So I got that whole week off. So if I go like right after Christmas, fly down to Fort Lauderdale, and my friend Rick Enstrom has a condo in Jupiter, so I could probably stay there, possibly rent a car. I probably don't need to because Matt will be doing all the driving.
Yeah, I heard that.
His brother has a
Nice.
boat, so we'll be doing some offshore fishing, and hopefully we could do some inshore fishing, and maybe I'll do some freshwater fishing while I'm down there.
Yeah, a lot of fishing going on down in that area. I would think there'd be a lot of fishing going on in the Colorado area too, because you got a lot of lakes all over the place
It's
around you,
getting
don't you?
cool here,
That's
but
true.
people are
That's true.
still catching carp and catfish around here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, you're probably not going to be doing too much fishing right after Christmas and the beginning of January in Colorado.
yeah, yeah. Well, and they're saying we're going to have a cold winter here, so hopefully I'll get some ice fishing done this coming season, because last year it was too warm.
And when you do ice fishing there, do they do ice fishing there like they do way up like in Canada, New York,
Oh,
and all
yeah.
where I'm
Drill
talking about
hole.
where up there though they have like little log cabins that they put on the lake, and they in the cabin. Have you seen those before?
Yep.
Where they cut a hole and you
Mhm.
fish from inside your little habitat that you have.
Well, what we do is we put up a tent, and then we have a portable heater, and boy, it's nice and toasty.
Yeah, I didn't know if it got
there.
cold enough to get. I didn't know if it got cold enough down in that part of Colorado.
Oh yeah, it'll get cold enough
to get the thickness of the ice, so it's not.
We'll get about 6 inches plus of ice.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that sounds fun. You have to do a.
Oh,
some
Bort
episodes on
said
it.
he lived in Colorado Springs. Ah, cool.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I would love to do that cabin fishing too, but I got to tell you, I don't know if I ever want to go back into cold weather again. I tell you, I am so used to this. The 365 days of temperatures between 75 and 95. It's just like,
right.
I don't know that I could ever go back to the cold again. When I was a kid, I used to love it. I used to love getting out in the snow, sledding, and I still even now I love skiing whenever I can get an opportunity to ski. But not a lot of skiing going on around here.
Well, I can't do any of those anymore because I've got altitude issues.
Yeah.
Yep, I get really bad headaches, and then I get very sleepy. Because
almost like hypoxia almost.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
One time I went ice fishing up in the mountains with Rick and his wife and Eric, and we were up there by Granby, and it's 7,000-8,000 feet up there, and I'm sitting there fishing, and I just kept dozing off, and I just started feeling kind of crappy, feeling a little nauseous there. So,
well, it sucks. It sucks getting old. I gotta tell you, it sucks getting old.
Yeah.
Even you might think in your mind, you think, well, I can do all these things that I've always done all my life. But I gotta tell you, I don't show it. I don't show it on my channel. But I gotta tell you, I have so many scars. I don't know. I got a scar here on my leg. I ripped up the very front of my leg near my ankle. I kept, and a lot of it has to do with, there's really a lack of safety the way they do things in the Philippines. You see everybody, their safety, what I call safety steel-toed regulation over here is
it's flip flop.
This right here. This is that's their safety.
I kind of mentioned that on some of your build videos. There,
yeah.
James, order the hard hats and steel-toed boots.
And I know I should put a disclaimer in everything that they do here. I should something like "do as I say, not as I do," or because I kind of follow what everybody else does around here. And
Yep.
And I first
when
again,
in Rome, do what the Romans do.
And I can't get away from my mindset is, oh, these 25-year-old kids that are walking out balancing and that, you know, I can do the same thing, but I can't do the same thing. And so I have to so I spent very little time on the roof, what these guys did right here. I mainly stayed on the scaffolding and worked on the lower level and the ladder on both ends. And I'm directing. I'm like the foreman. Oh no, you got to do this. You got to do this. We have to make sure this is correct. No, that's not right. And guiding them with every one of the screws that go through and everything like that. So I tried to stay off because I know I think I only have one life out of the 6 lives left that the cats have around here. So I have to be really cautious right now. But yeah, I'm bruised. When you say blood, sweat, and tears, this project has been blood, sweat, and tears for for me. Yeah. So more blood and sweat than tears, though.
Yep.
Yeah, and oh, you were talking about the heights and stuff like that. For me, really, the biggest limitation that I've had with age is I can't do something that's really weird. I can't get up underneath the truck, like to do an oil change and lay on my back and try to lift my head up or go under a sink for plumbing. And lean my head all the way in the back. When I start getting like
vertigo.
Dementia, vertigo. That's it. Vertigo is the word. Vertigo. And it's hard and you get nauseated and sick, and it takes you so long to recover. And I don't know what to do to fix that. And I don't know if
that's caused by little tiny crystals in your inner ear that plug up in what's called the cochlea. You know, those canals, and that's what regulates your balance. So what you do is on your bed is you lie back, then you have your head over the edge, and then you turn your head one way, and you start getting dizzy, and then it'll stop, and then you turn the other way. And you just do that for several days, and what that does is it dislodges those crystals, and then you get it takes away that vertigo.
Well,
because I had it pretty bad for a while.
I'm going to try that. I got to try something, because something as simple as changing the oil in your vehicle, you know, and that's simple. And you're just laying there, and it's weird. You're just you would think to yourself, well, I lay in bed at night and I lay my head down on a pillow and my face is faced towards the ceiling. I have no issues with that. But when I do something, and it really has to do when I try to lift my head just a little bit, you know, I put a little bit of pressure. Like when you're working on plumbing, or you're working under the kitchen sink, and you're working on the P-trap or something, and you lift your head up, it's just the worst feeling. And same thing with getting up underneath the truck with tools in your hand.
Take care. Keep smiling.
He won.
Namaste.
Oh, they keep smiling. Okay.
He's from India.
From India.
So we really are a multinational show. We had Alan from Ireland, and we had, I think, Ruland. He's from the Netherlands. He was just here, and then. But you know what's funny? We don't have anybody from South America, Central America. But we had a couple guys from Canada, and the Philippines.
I don't think YouTube or social media, this type of stuff. I don't know how to analyze it, but we have our demographics on our channel. We're approaching 50,000 subscribers. I don't think we have anybody from South America either. From maybe a couple from Brazil, Argentina, maybe just very few. We have a lot from South Africa. We have a lot from Europe, North America, and Philippines. Philippines and the United States are our two top.
Oh, and Australia.
And Australia. The UK and Australia. So it probably goes. If I were to go back and look at where we are, it's the United States #1, mainly because of size and because of the interest of the channel. The Philippines is #2, and then Canada, UK, and Australia are the other three. And then we're spotty. We have like the Middle East. We have like Saudi Arabia, and a lot of the reasons why we have like Saudi and places like Singapore and some is because there's so many OFWs from the Philippines that are in those countries. That's where those numbers are coming from that we're picking up from there.
Cool.
But I don't think hardly anything. When I look at it, I don't even know if it's registered from anywhere in Central America. I don't think anywhere on there.
Yeah.
No. Not a lot of YouTube going on there, I guess.
Well, there probably is. It's just that I think it's because we're an English-based channel. And I think, Spanish, But yeah, be kind of cool to get.
But I gotta tell you, the Spanish, we've been watching. Ness is real big on foreign films and foreign TV shows, and luckily we have a VPN that gives us all that stuff from the States. So we get like Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max. No problem, Lloyd. No problem. I don't think I could ever take up your slack though. So anyway, so we see a lot of Ness likes watching a lot of the international shows, and I got to tell you, two of our favorite are Spanish international movies and TV series. Well, mainly Ness, she likes those, and the two of us really enjoyed the Korean. Koreans put on some of the best movies, and they have originality. They don't I told you that before. They don't rehash like a lot of things we do. A lot of our movie makers in the US, they'll take something that was done before and make a 2 or 3 or 4 of the same thing, rehashing, or take a show that was done, a classic that was done in the 50s, and redo it again, and now and stuff like that. But the Koreans, they come out with some really original films, especially when it comes to thrillers and horror shows. Oh, did you see that one? What was that one show? It went viral. The one, what's that?
Oh, the Squid Games.
The Squid Game.
Yeah.
The Squid Game. I told Ness I will never be interested. I looked at the first episode. I kind of saw the trailer to that one. I said, I'm not going to be interested in that. But I started watching it. And it just, and I was wondering what they would do in every episode they do seems to best up the one right before that they were doing. And like, I'm already waiting for season 2 when they do season 2. So I think they've been hired. It's been so successful. I think they're doing a season 2 on that. But I noticed what was that show that we watched? That was like it was like a copy of the Squid Game. We watched it like a couple nights ago. Do you remember?
Oh, the calamari games.
Was it the calamari games? Is that what it was? She forgot too. Yeah. So that's another thing about getting a little bit older.
Calamari.
You watch something the night before, and the next day you forget what you watched the night before. You can't even remember the name of it. One good thing about people who have that problem that they forget things so easily,
you can tell the same joke over and over.
You can watch the same show. You can tell the same joke, or you can watch the same movie over and over again. And you enjoy it just as much the second or the third or the fourth time as you did the very first time. So, anyway, all right. I'm gonna have to. I actually have to. Although I'm not working on the pavilion today because I gotta wait for Tuesday. I really can't do much more until they come on Tuesday and finish up the roofing. I have not in 2 months. I have not done anything with the yard, with the plants growing like
time
crazy.
to mow the lawn.
Well, the main thing I got to do is that huge mango, the Indian mango tree. That's over here. Dave and Emily from Dave and Emily's Balikbayan Farming. They came by last week, and Emily's like, James, you really, both Dave and Emily, they said, you really need to trim the inside. You got to open up the canopy on mango. So in the center, you trim it let the light go inside the canopy on the inside.
Right.
And then they said if I wanted to, I could actually get mangoes this year from it. They said what they did, what you do is you force bloom. You spray ammonium nitrate. You mix it up with so much water. There's like 10-to-1 or something like that, and or you put so many ounces of the granular stuff. You mix it up with water, and you put it in a sprayer, and it forces the blooms of the mango. They said if I want that, you usually wait about 5 years before you do that. And we're right at the 5th year for this tree, and they said it's looking good right now. So I think I'm going to take her advice and go ahead and do that. But I need to do some trimming. That's my job for today is yard work.
Okay.
All right, man. Again, it's a pleasure. I love coming on.
Yep. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for coming on the Halloween special tonight.
Yeah, you always make things special, the holidays special. And thanks to everybody in the chat. It was good seeing everybody again.
All right, and see you in 2 weeks. Next week I'll be in Austin, Texas.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, take care.
Sounds good. All right, cheers.
All right, bye-bye. Yep. And there we go. All right, everybody in the chat, thank you for coming, and congratulations, Sport, for winning. Don't forget to email me your address, and I will have that shipped out to you. Steve Mack, thanks for coming. Lloyd, Gerard, good to see you. Troy, always good to see you. Eric, Drone Nerds, and Keep Smiling, good to see you all the way from India. Namaste, good to see you. Ben Woods, and Uncle Bill, and Ben Woods, and Bill, Coast to Coast Roads. Mike Roach, good to see you. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. All right, everybody. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. And I will see you in 2 weeks when I come back from Austin, Texas. I'll have some video from that. So take care, everybody, and have a great holiday weekend. Hopefully you'll have a lot of candy tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.